Hello, and welcome back to the Bakagaijinshow. I'm your lovable rascal of a host, Siegfried, and with me, as always, is my infundabuliform co-host, Kevin Faulkner.
The what?
Infundabuliform.
The what?
You're infundabuliform.
Thank you? Question
You're
mark?
welcome.
I don't even know, man.
It's a medical term. It means shaped like a funnel.
I'm not sure if I should say thank you then.
Look, look. You complain I keep reusing them. I'm branching out, Kevin. I'm getting new ones.
I mean, this is true.
Yeah, you shut your infundabuliform up. Infundabuliform ass up.
Okay, cool. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, your funnel-shaped ass.
Funnel-looking ass.
Boy, got those cheeks like a funnel cake.
I think that's a different, shape. Like, a funnel cake isn't really funnel-shaped.
Well, then why do they call it that?
I think it's made with a funnel.
Oh, that's... Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. But, the point of the joke is that you're going to get syrup all over your butt. That was the point of the joke.
Okay. Fair, fair.
The exact shape is kind of irrelevant to this process.
True.
So, podcast time.
Podcast time, yes.
Yes. What have you been doing lately?
The podcast time. The time for the podcast. Podcast time.
Yes, the podcast. The podcast we record. This
time
podcast.
made specifically for the podcast.
Yes. Let's do this for the next 3 hours.
No.
Okay.
Anyway, what I've been up to. Making my way downtown, walking fast, watching Ashoka Tensei.
Oh, yeah.
Making my way through that. Consistently impressed with the level of detail and the level of... Like I'm sure we'll have a whole fucking segment in another episode about it, but
Yeah, I already made the thumbnail. It's inevitable. It's prophesized now.
The prophesied. But consistently impressed with the level of detail and the level of work that's put into the adaptation of this series. And just how much... Mushoku Tensei actually is, really good? And people's kind of sleeping on it. I mean, okay, I can't say people are sleeping on it because it was one of the most popular anime of 2021, but, you know what I mean.
Yeah. You wouldn't know that if you looked at the Crunchyroll Anime Awards.
Why isn't that nominated for literally anything? What the fuck?
I can think of a few reasons.
Anime of the Year nominee, Jujutsu Kaisen. Oh boy, I can't wait to watch the one where they fight in a forest, or the one where they fight in a forest, or the one where they fight in a forest.
Hey, that's not... Hey, sometimes they fight on an abandoned highway.
True.
Yeah.
See, there's so much variety. No. I can't even say that with a straight face.
There was one fight in a sewer that was pretty cool.
The Ninja Turtles fight in a sewer. That's not new.
Well, you know. What are the... Kevin, name another shonen that has a fight in a sewer.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Ah, okay. There you go.
Iggy versus Pet Shop.
Ah, that's a good one.
See, I knew that one.
Yeah.
And that's a much more interesting one.
Yeah, it's a tight sewer.
It is.
Yeah.
It's very good.
Man, that's a good... Now that I think about it, that's a good fight.
It really is. God.
Yeah, that's like one of the best part 3 fights.
Very underappreciated fight, that one.
Yeah. And it's a dog and a bird.
It's so good, though! The dog gets so much character development!
Yeah.
Only in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure can I say that.
Yeah, and the bird shoots ice, but, menacingly.
He's just standing there, menacingly!
Yeah.
But yeah, I have been watching Mushoku Tensei, enjoying myself, having a great time with that.
Yeah.
Now, I'm also making my way through Saints Row 4, which...
Yeah.
Playing that game, something kind of felt off to me regarding, how it feels and how it's presented, and this last week, it dawned on me. Saints Row 4 feels like one of the fake video games you see in Hollywood movies. It feels like a fake video game, but it's actually a real one.
Yeah.
Just all this crazy random bullshit happening on screen. It's like, it looks like Grand Theft Auto, but it's got aliens and bizarre superpowers and levitation, and it's all in this, like, pseudo-cyberpunk looking fucking computer simulation. And, like, all the textures are glitching out, but it's supposed to do that because it's part of the aesthetic, and...
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it's a real game!
Yeah. They got rid of the water because he couldn't figure out how to do water.
Oh my god. Can these kids not do this? Can these kids not explode while I'm podcasting for one episode?
Yeah. Well, the Magic 8 Ball says no, so...
Damn you, Magic 8 Ball!
Yep. I should get a Magic 8 Ball just to ask it shit randomly on the show. That'd be cool.
That's a good idea. You can probably get one from, like, the dollar store for, like, $5 or something.
I want you to replay that sentence in your head.
Look, I said dollar store, as in, like, Dollar General or Family Dollar. Not
so what
dollar
you mean to
store.
say is liars.
Yes!
You can get them from the lying store for liars.
You can get it at the store for liars.
See, and Kevin,
Fraud.
This year Dollar Tree is going to have select items at $1.25. Okay, it's an end of an era.
So they are also the liar store.
Yeah.
I one time went to the 99-cent only store and they had stuff there for 49 cents. They're liars in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
God.
Is that one of those places that looks like an Old West fucking general store? It's like, well, howdy, would you like a tiny sack full of gold kernels?
No, it looks like white ghetto trash.
Okay. I remember there was a place at Disney World that looks like that, and they sold you little baggies of what is that gold candy? It's like a little bags of, like, prospector bags, little chewy gold candy.
Yeah. Nah, but like the 99-cent only store, the way it's typically designed, or at least the ones that I go to, is like, it looks like the kind of store that prissy white bitches go to when they want to feel important, but they don't have the money to be important.
Applebee's.
No, worse.
Oh!
Worse than Applebee's, unfortunately.
Worse than Applebee's?
I know, crazy, right? What a world we live in. But,
damn. What'll capitalism roll out next?
Now, that said, for all I've been doing, Thursday, day before yesterday, fucking sucked, and boy, I have a multitude of reasons why.
Well, this is the place to vent them.
So, I woke up with a headache first and foremost.
Yeah.
Which, not a fun time to start with. And, God, so, the prior 2 days, I had ordered something like the previous week from Mandarka, which is a Japanese import store that sells weeb shit. Yeah,
that's where people get their Onoholes.
Ew, no, Mandarka shit is used. What the fuck, man?
That was the joke, Kevin. That was congratulations. Bruh. You have discovered the joke.
But yeah, no. But yeah, I had ordered some stuff from Mandarka, and it arrived in Cincinnati, which is like 2 hours away by car for me, on Tuesday, like 3 a.m. on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And the tracking had just paused for like 2.5 days straight. And in my head, I'm wondering, what the fuck is wrong with my package? Customs said it's been given a release, but nothing has happened. It hasn't moved since. Where is it? Where is it going? What's happening?
Yeah.
3 p.m. on Thursday, the tracking finally updates, and now it's in Los Angeles.
Ah.
So what I'm assuming happened is it got put on the wrong truck.
Yeah.
And someone just drove that shit all the way to Los Angeles before they finally got there, unpacked the truck, and found this thing that's supposed to go to goddamn Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, oh shit, this is super not supposed to be here. So do you know what they fucking did?
What did they do?
Ship that motherfucker on a plane to Miami. So it arrives in Miami 6 hours later.
Yep.
And then a good 3.5 hours after that, it finally arrives in Cincinnati again. This motherfucking package
You can't say they didn't go above and beyond to correct their mistakes.
They absolutely did, and you know what? They said they'd get it here by Friday, and goddamn it, they did, one way or another.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Against all odds and like laws of aerodynamics, they absolutely got it here on Friday.
Crazy.
They could have gotten it here earlier if they didn't fuck up the shipping, but you know.
Yeah.
But it's so weird to me. This package went from Narita, Japan, to Cincinnati, to Los Angeles, to Miami, back to Cincinnati. This fucking thing took a trip all across the damn United States like it was taking a goddamn tour.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing,
pose for a photo in front of Grumman's, you know.
The only thing it was missing when it finally came here was like all of the "I went to Kentucky" or like "I went to these different places" stickers plastered all over it.
Yeah.
Watching the shipping, watching the tracking just update in real time over this 12-hour period, watching it just swing around the whole ass United States, going from friggin' East Coast to West Coast, back to the East Coast, but now it's in the South, and then goes back up to like the top of the... It was so weird. God. Mm-hmm. But I got it.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me of when I was younger, I used to camp out with my grandparents in like their camper in like a campgrounds and stuff every summer, and my fucking god family's like uncle and wife, I forget their exact relation, but they had a big ass RV. Yeah. And they traveled all around the country, and on the side of their RV they had decals they had a decal map of the United States. Yeah. And they filled in every state that they had camped at. And over the years I actually got to watch more states get filled in, because I think at first there were only like 7 states, and I think the last time I saw them there was like 18 states on there.
That is actually really fascinating. Huh.
Yeah, I always thought that was super cool.
That is really cool though.
Yeah.
Like every other time that you see them, it's just like there's a few more states filled in. You can just kind of get an idea of what their journey has been like. It's like, oh man, how'd they go from this place to this place, and like what was it like here?
Yeah, yeah.
I like that. Man,
must have been good being a boomer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Don't have to deal with our fucking problems.
Yeah, unfortunately, Kevin, we were born too late to fuck around, and now we're in the find out century.
Unfortunately. See, they fucked around so we could find out.
Yep.
But yeah, that happened Thursday, but even after that, my day somehow decided to get worse. So, and this is just pure dumb bullshit that happened one after another.
Okay.
So Ash, out of the goodness of their heart, decides to, go out and get everybody some dinner, for some fast food. And Ash is like, hey, I'm going to go get some McDonald's. Because the kids want McDonald's. Hey, Kevin, do you want anything? I order two daily doubles, which are... Like, a daily double is...
Real quick, can I rant about McDonald's for a sec? Because I also got McDonald's a few days ago.
As you may.
I don't like how the chicken sandwiches come in bags now.
Like the crispy chicken sandwiches?
Well, you call them crispy chicken sandwiches, but because I had them... they put it in a bag, and I brought the bag home. And when I opened it, it was not very crispy anymore because it was trapped with its own fucking steam in a bag.
It doesn't have it softens the breading.
Yeah, it doesn't have the breathability of the cardboard boxes. So that's stupid.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Back to your thing.
But yeah, I ordered 2 daily doubles. Now, a daily double is... You know what that is, right?
No, I don't go to McDonald's very often.
Okay, so You know what a McDouble is, right?
No, I don't go to McDonald's very often.
All right, I should have known the answer would have been the same both times. Should have known. Learning.
Mm-hmm.
Make the effort for next time.
That's what the bakagaijinshow is about. Learning.
It's about a lot of things. Come to think of it.
Yeah, you learn a lot of things, like how you can get Ona holes on Mandarka.
No! Stop it! Anyway, so like a McDouble is it's basically like a double cheeseburger, but with one less slice of cheese. Like you got the 2 pieces of beef, you got one slice of cheese.
Fucking cheapskates can't get that second slice of cheese on fleek.
But yeah, anyway, McDouble, two patties, slice of cheese,
Right.
the rehydrated onions, ketchup, pickles, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Now, a daily double is kind of like a deluxe version of that, but
do they add that second slice of cheese?
No, that's the double cheeseburger.
God, this is not sounding very deluxe, Kevin.
Well, they add lettuce, chopped onions instead of the rehydrated onions, a slice of tomato, and mayonnaise to the sandwich.
As someone who hates vegetables, this is not sounding very appealing.
See, I like it. And
okay.
what I ordered was 2 daily doubles with ketchup and pickles.
Did you arrange them together so you got a daily quadruple?
No.
Okay.
I ordered it like that. 2 daily doubles with ketchup and pickles.
All right.
What I got was 2 daily doubles with only ketchup and pickles.
Wait, what?
They literally took off everything that made it a daily double, put ketchup and pickles on there, and charged me the same price. Charged Ash the same price as a daily double. They gave me a sad McDouble.
Oh my! They thought. What gets me so much about this is that they thought you were the idiot,
and charged 30 cents more for it.
They thought you were the idiot in this scenario.
No, they got it totally wrong.
I really want to be the fly on the wall for that scenario where they're like, this fucking retard just wants ketchup and pickles on buns.
No,
what a loser!
It still came with like the burger and the cheese or whatever, but like everything else just. It came home. And I saw the thing. It said only ketchup, only pickles, and I'm like, no, they did not. And I unwrap it. I'm like, I am just. What the fuck were you thinking?
Yeah. Okay. I get why you're angry, but that's actually less stupid and thus less funny to me than them just putting ketchup and pickles on buns.
That would have been hilarious. Just comical.
Yeah. See, as someone who really hates onions, this is actually making it more appealing to me.
Yeah, but like, I ate that and I'm like, this is the saddest tasting burger I have ever had. Because all the stuff that gives it real flavor just is gone.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I got that, and a 10-piece chicken McNugget. And like, I'm playing Halo. I'm,
How much were the 10 McNuggets? $50? $70?
I don't fucking know. I wasn't there. Ash got it.
I know. I'm just ribbing how expensive McNuggets are.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm sitting here eating my McNuggets, and I'm playing Halo at the same time. So like, I can't really eat them very fast. So like, I get about 2 McNuggets in. And I have to go downstairs for something. Like I gotta go do some stuff downstairs.
I'm predicting where this is going, but go ahead.
My dog ate my fucking chicken McNuggets.
Yeah, I knew it was gonna be either dogs or children.
And the other dog, Ash's little puppy that they just got a couple weeks ago, they come in and they lick my fucking... By the way, McDonald's... I ordered sweet and sour sauce. They gave me no sauce, so I had to grab some of the honey mustard cups that we had left over. Little shit, like, licked out my honey mustard cup.
Ooh.
So not only did my dog eat all of my McNuggets, Ash's dog comes in here and takes the fucking sauce. And I'm just...
This is a fucking Looney Tunes cartoon. This is a fucking Looney Tunes thing.
It's so fucking silly.
Yep.
Now, in the moment, it was, like, super frustrating because that's my food. I mean, yeah, it's a really fucked up order, but, like, it's my fucked up order.
Yeah.
It's my fucked up order. I get to eat it, and I can't eat it. I at least had the sad... The thing is, I only got to eat the sad burgers.
Yep.
I got 2 McNuggets into like 10 chicken McNuggets, and my dog eats the other 8.
Damn, that's like $30 down the drain.
No, the fuck. Suffice to say, my dog didn't get dinner that night. It's like, motherfucker, you already ate. Little bitch. I'm looking at him right now, and he's just giving me this look. Like, I know you're talking about me, Dad.
Now all of China knows you're stupid.
So, yeah, that was my Thursday. What a day.
Yeah.
Just pure Looney Tunes bullshit all day.
That's funny.
Watching my package take a leisurely tour across the United States across half a day, and then everything going wrong with my McDonald's order outside of my own control.
Yep.
I don't know what the fuck happened that day, but man, it sure was something.
Yeah. That's the downside to getting shit delivered, is that you're not there to correct them when they fuck up your order.
Yeah, unfortunately. God, that reminds me of the one time I ordered Taco Bell from DoorDash, and I ordered like this cravings box that was supposed to come with a Baja Blast.
Of course.
And it did not come with the Baja Blast, and I had to specifically tell the driver, guess what's not in here? And the driver had to go back. And, man, the driver actually ended up drinking some of my fucking soda on the way back.
That's not COVID safe.
At which point I'm like, nigga.
That ain't COVID safe.
Just throw it in the trash at that point. Fuck. Thankfully, shit like that has not happened with... Like, I've never had someone drink my fucking soda on the way back before. Or since.
Yeah.
Like, it's like a one-time thing.
I don't even think they're supposed to put the straw in.
They're not. They are not. Like, they are expressly not allowed to.
Well, this is the same business that lets people jack off on people's food, so...
that fucking... Ugh.
I mean, it could have been worse, Kevin. You could have jacked off on your food. So, you know,
count your blessings. Could have.
You know, count your blessings, I guess. You got off lucky.
I guess. Holy shit. So yeah, that's my week. How was your week?
It's alright. It's alright.
Not a lot happened for me, but man, what did happen was nuts.
Nice. Yeah, I worked on some stuff. I went to work, and I've been playing Sam & Max Save the World.
Yeah, like, you have not been on the talk very much the last week, and all of your, and like, half of your updates on Twitter have just been, I've spent all day writing.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, because I was working on a side thing, and I'm also plotting out Drek's Chapter 2 Deadly Life. Which takes a bit. So yeah, I've basically just been working, or playing Sam & Max.
Which is in itself a kind of work. No, it's play.
No, it's fun. It's a good time.
Yeah.
It's a good time. I like, Sam, Max, my boys, pretty good stuff.
Pretty good stuff. I like them.
Yeah, I've been playing the remaster on Switch. I have it overclocked, so it runs at pretty much 60. It's a good time. Beyond Sam & Max Beyond Time and Space is already out. I'm assuming the Devil's Playhouse remaster is coming this year at some point. So it's a good time to get into the Sam & Max. I'm pretty far along. I'm like 4 episodes into the first season, which is 6 episodes.
Did you know that they actually put a couple of like the humongous edutainment games on the Switch?
Yeah, I heard about that. Didn't they start with like Freddy 3?
Yeah, they started with like Freddy Fish 3 and Putt Putt 2 or something like that.
See, I think Putt Putt 2 is Putt Putt Travels Through Time, which is like the most iconic one, so I kind of get that.
Yeah, let me actually...
but I Freddy 3 is just fucking random.
Yeah, I can boot my Switch up and like take a look at it. Like, I could just bring up the eShop.
Yeah, the funny thing is, I have no doubt in my mind these are running via Scum VM.
Oh, they probably are.
Which is humorous to me, because if your Switch is hacked, you can just get Scum VM and run whatever you want.
True.
This might have like slightly like more optimized controls or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming it's probably just Scum VM. Because who wants to fucking port Scum to new hardware?
Yeah, let me look up.
People like, yeah, that's a great example of how.
Freddy Fish 3 and Putt Putt Travels Through Time. Yeah.
Putt Putt Travels Through Time. Yeah, that's Scum VM is a great success story of how piracy and preservation go hand in hand, and also help the industry, because every fucking official release of these games is using Scum VM.
Yeah.
Like, they're not selling raw like executables anymore. Like, you go on GOG or Steam and you buy basically any old point and click, any Scum title, it's being emulated via Scum VM, which is entirely like a fan project.
Yeah.
So I always thought that's always been interesting to me, that it's a great example of basically a fan emulator being adopted by the official people as a way to sell their product.
Yeah,
so
it's like a minor version of what happened with the PlayStation Classic, where it's running off of like an older version of RetroArch or some shit.
Yeah, but that was dumb.
That was bad.
Yeah, that was dumb, because they just stole. Not only did they not, well, you can't steal open source, I guess, but like not only did like the official company take a fan emulator, they took an outdated version of a fan emulator.
That was like really bad.
I'm like, really, you guys who invented it can't do any better? Like, in that case, it just came across as lazy.
The thing is, they literally have done better.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what the fuck, Sony?
That whole product was just lazy.
It really was. Like, it was very clearly made by Sony just to quickly cash in on the popularity of what Nintendo was doing.
Yeah.
But, like, without literally any of the effort that Nintendo put in.
Mm-hmm. Yes, true, factual. I hear the Genesis Classic was pretty good, though.
It is. I actually own it.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
it's an interesting thing, because like the Genesis Classic has twice as many games, but I feel like the SNES Classic has a tighter, more well curated variety of games.
Right.
So like, yeah, technically speaking, in terms of just how many games are there, the Genesis Classic has more value, but the SNES, technically speaking, has the better games overall. So it's really like pick and choose whichever one you want. They're both really good and worth the price.
Yeah. I don't think you get Echo the Dolphin though, do you?
I think you actually do.
I remember hearing that like a lot of old Genesis collections had Echo the Dolphin games, but like newer ones don't.
It might be a licensing. It might be a licensing thing, because I think the creator of Echo is like. Let me look it up. Genesis.
If Sega still owns the rights to it, they should totally get like Dotemu or someone to make like a Echo the Dolphin Metroidvania. That'd be sweet.
Why do you want to turn everything into? I mean, I know why you want to turn everything into a Metroidvania. I know why. I understand it.
Yeah.
But also, why do you want to turn everything into a Metroidvania?
I don't want to turn everything into a Metroidvania. Some things I want to turn into boomer shooters.
Such as? The Genesis Mini actually does have Echo.
But does it have Echo 2?
No, it does not. It only has Echo 1.
There is actually, I think there's like I forget what it's called, but somebody is making like an Echo-inspired game. Sort of like a ukulele type deal.
Yeah.
Serial numbers filed off. Somebody's making like a fucking dolphin-ass game.
Well, hopefully it's better than Ukulele.
There is an underwater Metroidvania that came out recently called Pronti that apparently is really good, but it's not on consoles yet, so I haven't played it.
Yeah. I actually do have Ukulele on Switch, but I've played like 5 hours of it, and I'm like, I'm done.
On PSN right now, there's a sale for both Ukulele and Impossible Lair for like really cheap. It's like $6 or something.
The thing is, I've heard Impossible Lair is really, really good.
Yeah.
But my problem with like the regular Ukulele is just it's so slow. Takes forever to get anywhere or do anything, and the movement is just really floaty and weird, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's not a great game. Look, if you like Ukulele, more power to you. Clearly you got something out of it. Look, I get it. I grew up on Donkey Kong 64, okay? But this is literally taking all the worst parts of Donkey Kong 64 and just making a game out of it.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
Should get that Impossible Lair, though.
I should. It goes on sale pretty frequently for like $7.50.
That's good.
So like maybe for the next sale I should get that.
Yeah. There's an under 20 sale on PSN going on right now. I got that's something else I was playing is I got Rad, that roguelike by Double Fine that they released 2 years ago. Yeah. I played a few rounds of Rad. It was only like $5 or whatever. Not a whole lot else about the sale really entices me at the moment. I thought about the Ezio collection, but apparently that's still locked to 30. So
yeah,
which is fucking dumb.
Speaking of, Ezio collection is actually coming to Switch now. Finally.
Yeah, it's a good. Yeah, finally the good games.
Hey, we had Black Flag.
Okay, well, more good games.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Now you can see what the franchise could have been.
Finally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to that because I don't want to have to buy the games on Steam and then finagle to get them to work on a modern system. I'm just going to get the Switch version.
Finagle.
Yes, I use the word finagle.
No. I use the word finagle too. You're just acting like it's a process. I feel like they're going to work pretty fine.
I don't know. I've bought games on Steam with the intention of it's not that old. It should work just fine, and like I just can't get it to run, or if I do get it to run, it ends up being really glitchy and weird. Sonic Generations is starting to get like that.
See, I kind of enjoy the tinkering. I'm not gonna lie.
I really do.
I mean, I don't like. Yeah, it can be annoying sometimes, but I don't know. There's something about tinkering and getting a game to work the best it can that I really enjoy. Because when you're done tinkering, you have the best version of that thing.
I guess.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no. AC2 is a fucking masterpiece. Yeah. Did you see like the fucking? It was. I don't know why it came up, but like. The gaming sites were like going like, did you know that Patrice De Sable wanted Assassin's Creed to end this way? Like that was making the
station.
Yeah, that was making the rounds.
Yeah,
and I'm like, yeah, I've been riding that train for 10 years now.
Where y'all been?
Mm-hmm. It's the 10th anniversary of Ubisoft fucking up.
and they're currently in the middle of a wage dispute.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is that like. These articles are focusing on the weirder aspects of what Desale's vision was without like providing the context or like going into like the actual thematics of it.
Yeah.
So like everyone thinks, wow, that was fucking stupid. He wanted to go to space. And I'm like, that's not, you people are stupid.
Themes, ideas, progression.
Mm-hmm.
These are the important things. The fact that it ended up in space is irrelevant.
Yeah. That's like an end shot, like a fucking, what's it called? Like an open-ended sort of like, whoa, look how far we've come.
God, that's like, God. It's like booting up the first episode of Gurren Lagann, showing it to somebody, and then saying, by the way, later on they fight an interdimensional god. Of course it's gonna sound fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah. And, yeah. It's, it's just, it's headline journalism, It's headline journalism. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like there's better ways they could have... I don't know why they're talking about this decade-old story now, but there were better ways to sell it. You could have been like, Patrice De Sable wanted Desmond Miles to have his own game or something. It's like, I feel like that's headline grabby enough.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's like, oh, how would you want to go about that? That opens up the ideas
I'm assuming like Watch Dogs, but good.
But then you have shit like, he wanted to go to space. It just makes you sound like, oh, that's stupid.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Patrice De Sable can't catch a break, can he?
Not at Ubisoft, and certainly not with the gaming press.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate, because, like, he seems like a pretty cool guy who had cool ideas. But then Ubisoft was like, we don't want to do your cool ideas. We want to be stupid.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to make these historical fucking tourism video games, and also it's going to have a whole bunch of fucking stupid magic bullshit put into it for no fucking reason. So much historical accuracy. Let's put in gods from Norse mythology.
Finally, you can fight Odin.
Why wouldn't you just play God of War for that?
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Your mom is very loud.
That's my sister.
Okay. Whoever it is.
She would not be happy that you implied that she sounds like her mother.
Well, maybe she shouldn't sound like her mother.
Wow, you sound like the onset of menopause is right around the corner. I'm gonna tell her you said that.
Hey, I didn't say it.
I'm gonna tell her you said that, and she's gonna be like, who?
Literally who? Who the fuck is that?
On second thought, that sounds like an awkward interaction. Let's not do that.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah. Not because it would embarrass you, but rather because it would embarrass me.
Yeah, don't give yourself more problems that you can't solve.
Yeah.
Don't create issues for yourself. Solve the issues that are already there.
Oh my god, that reminds me. I woke up today to an Atom Something video where some fucking tech startup has a brilliant idea to revolutionize rail, Kevin.
Oh boy.
With individual solar paneled carts and parallel lines.
You mean
basically ruining everything good about rail? And someone in the comments was like, we've noticed that rail has no problems, so we created this new revolutionary technology to solve the problem of having no problems. And I'm like, that's exactly it. That's exactly what... See, it's getting to the point now where, like, they can't actually do the good solutions because we can't have that for some reason. So, in order to be quote-unquote innovative, they have to quote-unquote solve quote-unquote problems that don't exist. They have to invent new problems just them so they can use their fancy stupid CGI videos to hide their bad ideas and convince everyone that they're geniuses.
Yeah. Oh my god. Fuck. Why can't people just... Look, if shit's already working, don't fuck it up.
Well, no, like, because they don't care if they fuck it up as long as they're the ones that get paid for it.
They don't care if they fuck it up so long as they're the ones fucking it up.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm the one who did that incredibly stupid thing. Praise me.
And it's like that comment really sums up. It's like, we solved the problem of having no problems, and that's the stage of capitalism we're at right now.
I hate it. Please die.
Build more trains. Big fan of trains.
We are beyond late stage capitalism. We are at like end times capitalism.
Yeah, we're in the fucking hospice of capitalism.
The hospice of capitalism.
I keep forgetting that word, and my brain's like morgue. I'm like, no, that's the next step.
It's the step before that.
Yeah. I suppose we should talk about the news, Kevin.
Ah, we should, because we don't do that quite enough.
We need to talk about the news more. What are your thoughts on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict?
Okay, maybe not that kind of news.
Okay, what are your thoughts on Microsoft buying Activision?
See, that's more interesting. Wow, Microsoft owns, like, a frightening amount of the game industry now.
Or do they?
They own Bethesda, who also owns 3D Realms, who owns Doom and Wolfenstein, but they also own Fallout and
Does Bethesda owns 3D Realms?
They do.
I thought
no, it's software. It's software.
Yeah, no, I know Bethesda owns its software. They don't own 3D Realms though.
No, 3D Realms is 3D Realms is Duke Nukem.
No, Gearbox is Duke Nukem now.
Yeah, but
no, like the modern 3D Realms, I don't think they're owned by anybody.
Yeah, they're not.
Oh, no,
I meant it's software. I meant it's software.
They're either owned by nobody or they're part of the fucking Koch Media conglomerate, with Slipgate Ironworks and whatever.
Yeah, I meant it's software.
Okay, no,
yeah.
I was very confused for a second because I'm like, well, why is all the 3D Realm stuff coming to Switch?
Okay, good point.
That doesn't make any sense.
But yeah, like it's like they also own its software and they own like a bunch of these other major studios. Now they own Activision Blizzard, which covers a rather frighteningly large amount of, you know...
As Jeff Keighley pointed out, though, this still puts them only in third in total revenue.
True.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's one of those things where I don't really know how to feel, because it's fucking capitalism, and... it depends on how they want to actually... it depends on how they're going to go about it and how they're going to rework development plans and stuff for Activision going forward, because they've already mentioned that Call of Duty's no longer it's no longer going to be a yearly thing,
which is good.
It is, because Call of Duty's been getting wrung dry for over a decade now.
I said it on Twitter, but this move makes sense when you consider that their goal is to get all the COD people on Game Pass. And there's really no point in making a new COD every year if they're just going to be on Game Pass day one. You might as well just keep updating the same ones for a few years.
Yeah, and that's kind of what they've been doing for the Battle Royale games, just updating the same game for like over and over. So it's not like it's just kind of an extension of what they're doing with Warzone and like Black Ops Cold War.
Mm-hmm.
But now they're moving it to like the single player campaigns and shit. So like I get why they're doing that. I do.
Yeah. They want all the COD people on Game Pass. That's a lot of money, Kevin.
It is. That's a lot of money on the table there.
They want everyone on Game Pass, and I'm still like, no.
I mean, I have a gaming laptop, so like I can actually utilize Game Pass.
The problem with Game Pass for me is that it's really good if you're getting into gaming. If you've been buying games for a long time, though, it gets progressively less enticing.
Yeah, that's really my issue with it too. That said, if you are interested in playing newer games and you don't want to pay like $60 for like a full campaign, you could just pay for like 1 month of Game Pass, play the game, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Like, it is more flexible in that regard.
I suppose so. But I don't like having that kind of time pressure on me either.
True, me neither. But
yeah.
but it's ultimately your choice if you want to put that pressure on you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting seeing what contracts need to be upheld to release things on other platforms, and what's gonna be Xbox and PC exclusive going forward. Because we don't know. I'm assuming anything that's already been announced for PlayStation is probably safe, but.
Half my timeline, when the Activision buyout was announced, half my timeline was like, oh no, not the Scrimblows! Like, what's gonna happen to Crash and Spyro?
Yeah. Well, there is rumors that Beanox is working on a new Spyro game.
I would love to see Beanox work on a new Spyro game.
Yeah. That's the other thing.
Beanox, highly underrated studio.
That's the other thing, though, is that I got mustache hair in my mouth.
Ew.
Yeah, is that will Microsoft utilize the IPs that Activision just hasn't been that interested in?
That's a good question. Like what kind of IPs would they have to? Like, what kind of IPs would that be? Because I don't know offhand.
That's a good question. I should look. What comes to mind? Prototype, I guess, comes to mind.
Oh, dude, we could like actually get Prototype remasters and shit.
Yeah, it could replace Crackdown as the thing.
Yeah, because Crackdown ever really been the thing? Let's be real here.
Crackdown's been a thing. I don't think it's been the thing.
They've been trying to make it the thing for a while, but it's literally been 3 games across 3 completely different studios with 3 completely different ideas of how Crackdown should be done.
Yeah. So, in other words, not great.
Not great, no. And Crackdown 3
yeah.
recently was like a noticeable clusterfuck.
Yeah. So here's I will not disable my ad blocker, thank you.
Haha!
An article from GamePerf. Xbox's Phil Spencer wants to return to other Activision properties. Properties like Crash Bandicoot, Guitar Hero, and even King's Quest could be on the cards.
I would actually
I forgot they own King's Quest.
If they can actually if they can bring back like the old school style of Guitar Hero but turn it into like more of a live service title with updates going forward with new songs and song packs being released, similar to like, you know, modern rhythm games that come out of Japan.
Yeah.
I think that would actually be a really good way to actually bring back Guitar Hero. Just bring back this one singular, like they tried to do that with Guitar Hero Live, but it was way too different from previous Guitar Heroes, and it just stripped away all of the personality of Guitar Hero in favor of just playing music videos in the back.
Yeah.
While like, you know, these friggin' guitar picks scrolled across the screen.
Spencer name dropped Guitar Hero, King's Quest, and the first person Magic 'em Up Hexen in the interview.
Dude, a new Hexen? That'd
Spencer,
be cool.
Spencer knows what's up.
That is a first-person shooter wizardry game. That's cool.
Yeah.
Dude, if you could actually make a new Hexen, I'd buy it. I would buy a new Hexen.
Yeah. King's Quest is funny to me because they already did a King's Quest revival a few years ago in like a Telltale style fashion. It was actually pretty good. I did play that.
Yeah, I feel like the Telltale style of King's Quest is it's the natural progression of how King's Quest originally was, just in the modern day, like gameplay wise. So I can't imagine doing a better revival than that.
Yeah, you'd have to tell different stories and stuff. I think that King's Quest was like I think it was kind of like a reimagining of 1 and 3, I think, but I don't remember exactly.
Something like that, I think, yeah.
Yeah. I did enjoy that a lot though. So that'd be cool. But of course, the question on my mind is, how does this affect the Blizzard side of things?
How does that affect the Blizzard side of things? Because Blizzard, from what I understand, is going through some shit.
Yeah. There was a producer that actually called out Bobby Kotick specifically as being a large part of the reason why Overwatch 2 has taken so long.
Oh.
Apparently, he has been making them do a lot of experiments on the side that have just ate up a ton of dev time that didn't end up going anywhere.
Of course.
And that was a big reason for the content drought of Overwatch 1 and the continued delaying of Overwatch 2, among other things. Which is another aspect we need to talk about, is that Bobby Kotick is apparently on his way out with this move.
Yeah, from what it looks like, it seems like Phil Spencer said, "I'll give you $40 million to fuck off."
No, not 40 million, 400 million.
Yeah, just give him a big payout. Give him a big payout and be like, "Leave, please."
Yeah. Which, you know, you can feel about that any way you want, but like,
I feel pretty good about it.
I mean, some people are mad because it's like, oh my god, the rich asshole gets to have more money. But it's like, at this point, I just want him gone.
He's clearly not doing anything good for Activision as it is. And he is clearly the guy who is causing the most issues at the company. He is at the top, and all of his shit just trickles down.
Yes.
It's trickle-down economics, but bad.
Sorry, I'm allergic to Bobby Kotick.
Aren't we all? Isn't that the whole point of the lawsuit? We're allergic to Bobby Kotick.
Exactly.
But, yeah, I think insofar as getting the worst of the worst out of the higher levels of management, this is good for Activision Blizzard.
Yeah.
I just don't know how it's going to be good for like individual IPs, developers, development teams, and the entire work environment going forward.
We'll have to see.
Yeah, there's a lot of murky unknown right now. Yeah. And it's really just a matter of seeing how Microsoft wants to direct their management over Activision Blizzard.
Yeah. But of course, you know, again, foremost on my mind are what contracts are being upheld, what's in place. Am I going to be able to play Diablo 4? Do I need to buy an Xbox? You know, it's like.
Well, you could play Diablo Infinite, which is on your phone, or Immortal, whatever the fuck that game is.
It's Immortal.
Do you guys not have phones?
Nice 2018 meme, Kevin.
Yes, fresh, hot off the press.
Yeah, because like the things I'm really looking forward to is Overwatch 2 and Diablo 4, which I know Overwatch 2 is confirmed for PlayStation and Switch, which is concerning, but Diablo 4, I'm not sure if that was actually confirmed for PlayStation or not by now, so I'm not sure what contracts are in place.
Yeah.
But it's interesting times are ahead.
It would be interesting if, you know what I think they could actually do for Overwatch 2 is that they could actually make that for PS5 and Series X and push it as being like the first true competitive next-gen 120 FPS experience.
I'm not sure if it will be though.
Yeah, they could make it though.
I'm saying like there's games that already do that.
True, yeah, like Halo Infinite.
Yeah, or I think Fortnite has 120 FPS mode now.
Oh, do they? Fuck. Wow.
I think so.
Shit.
Yeah. Yeah, fork knife.
For the record, Halo Infinite on Series X, the quality mode is 60 FPS and the performance mode is 120. I like that. Please do more of that.
Yeah. What are they saying though? Yeah, it's interesting times are ahead. Interesting times are ahead. I think there's been a lot of apprehension about all these things becoming Xbox PC exclusive, but I think where that comes from is that like, because like there's a lot of journalists on Twitter right now that are being like, well, when Sony makes exclusives it's good, but when Microsoft makes exclusives it's bad. And I was like, I think the key difference is a matter of perception, whereas because Sony built all that shit up themselves.
Yeah.
And so it feels natural when their exclusives are exclusive because like they built those. Like either they built it up themselves or those acquisitions were so long ago that it's just become kind of ingrained in their identity.
They built this city.
Yeah. Whereas Microsoft is just going around buying studios and making their new games exclusive, which it's just it's not technically different, but it's a difference of perception when it's happening in the moment. And a lot of things that people are used to being multi-platform are in the future not going to be.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It comes across as less we're creating something for our platform and more we are taking this from other platforms.
To make it our own, yeah.
Yeah, that's just, and like technically there's not really a difference there, but it's a matter of perception. And I get that.
Yeah.
Because for the longest time, they're like, you could basically ignore Xbox if you wanted to. For the most part, unless you were like really into Halo or Gears or Forza or something. Like, yeah, they didn't have much of their own identity. So like people were content getting Sony and Nintendo and being like, okay, well now I have all their exclusives and I have all the multi-platform stuff. But now it's not the case anymore, and Xbox is getting into the exclusive game, and people are frustrated because it's never been like that before.
Yeah, like Microsoft is making it so that you can't ignore Xbox. Like,
yeah.
I will admit, this is an interesting way of going about their current mission statement of trying to make Xbox this generalized gaming platform.
Yeah.
But they're going about it in a way that is, in some ways, detrimental to the consumer in terms of, like, multi-platforms. Because it's saying, okay, if you really want to play this, you know, previously multi-platform, you know, franchise like Call of Duty or Spyro or Crash Bandicoot or whatever, it's like, you can't play that on your PS4 or your Switch anymore. Now you gotta come over to Xbox, you gotta play ball with us.
The funny thing, though, is that Phil Spencer has alluded to that he actually wants a Game Pass on PlayStation. So I feel like this is almost like a power move.
Your move, Sony.
Yeah, where it's like, yeah, which I don't see Sony ever agreeing to that. But like, it's an interesting conundrum because they've kind of made it Sony's fault.
A little, yeah.
For not playing ball with them in that way.
Well, we wanted to play nice, and we wanted to make it so that everybody could play on Game Pass, even on PlayStation. But, you know, Sony was just not interested. So, you know, we decided that since we wanted this stuff to...
That's a great noise to make when you can't finish your thoughts.
Thank you.
Yeah, I applaud it. It's honest. Yeah. So, yeah, interesting times ahead.
Don't fuck it up too bad, Microsoft. Even though I know you might.
You think they're gonna bring back the Phantom Dust revival?
I have no fucking idea.
Me neither. I don't even know what Phantom Dust is. Why did I say that? That's weird.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. They should bring back Blinks the Time Sweeper. That has nothing to do with the Activision buyout. That has nothing to do with the Activision buyout. I just think they should bring back Blinks.
They should. Give Blinks time number 3. Let's go.
It is his time, I think. I think it's time to bring back Blinks.
The Time Sweeper.
Yeah. Or whatever he wants to, whatever he wants to be now. It's fine.
The true successor to Sonic the Hedgehog. Naoto Oshima's baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, Blinks. Everybody loves Blinks.
I think everyone does love Blinks. They just don't know it yet.
Yeah.
They haven't been given the chance to know it.
At present, it is an ironic love, but it may soon be unironic. You don't know.
Exactly. Give it a chance. Let Blinks into your heart.
That does remind me that Namco is apparently, like... Namco is making a bunch of, like... Klonoa-related trademarks and shit right now.
They've been doing that for years. Just make a game already.
Like, it feels like they're currently building up to, like, a Klonoa revival attempt.
I hope so, but that first trademark was, like, in 2018. I feel like something should have happened by now.
By now, yeah. Yeah, hopefully it does. I would love to see it.
Klonoa. We'd love to see it.
We do. Please bring back Klonoa.
Yeah.
He's lonely in the void.
The void of forgotten mascots?
Yes! That exact void!
I don't know if you can be lonely in there. There's a lot of those fuckers in there.
It's...
Gotta hang out with Voodoo Vince.
Stubbs the zombie.
Yeah. We should probably go to the next segment.
Yeah.
We should probably go to the next segment.
Yes, we should.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And you should stay tuned to the Bakagaijin Oh hey, welcome back to the bakagaijinshow.
Oh, hey. Hello.
You're looking fine today. Did you get a new haircut?
Are those new shoes?
Yeah. Before we get into the Reddit dive, we have a response to a previous topic
We do.
from a friend of the show and your personal butt buddy, Cube the Third.
Okay, sure.
He says, got a thing for the show in response to a topic regarding the people using Cyberpunk 2077 as a bludgeoning tool against being hyped or pre-order culture. It's totally dumb, but I can understand being concerned or cautiously optimistic about games with long dev cycles. What bugs me about today's game culture is the constant pessimism and cynicism. It's okay to be hyped for things, and there's no such thing as good old days, but I do miss being able to put a fresh game in and not having to download a gig patch. I don't understand why being burned by one game suddenly gives license to people to crap on people being pumped. It's like me, a film guy, crapping on people getting pumped for a movie and being like, it better not be Spider-Man 3, lol. How stupid does that sound?
It sounds pretty fucking stupid when you put it that way, yeah, and it's...
Especially since Spider-Man 3 is GOAT.
Yeah, it's like, revisit that movie sometime. It's alright, it's pretty good.
Love me some Spider-Man 3.
It has its faults.
Yeah.
But it's pretty good.
But... yeah, it's a pretty good movie. But yeah, there really is no good old days. There is the difference he points out about, popping a game in and not having to download patches or whatnot. But like, I think, as annoying as that can be, I think it's still a net positive because, like, back in the day, you release a broken game, it's just broken forever.
Yeah, you kind of just have, like, a game can have a lot of really good like back then, a game could have a lot of really, really good elements to it, but it could just be marred forever by just horrible, horrible glitches and shit. Like, I'm reminded of Sonic 06 in particular and how that was rushed.
Yeah.
But that game didn't have any patches to actually fix it.
Yeah. Think of a case of games that have improved so much over time, like No Man's Sky. If it was the old days, the launch version of No Man's Skies would be the only version of No Man's Skies.
It's No Man's Sky, singular.
It's Nose Man's Sky.
No.
Nemansky?
Okay,
Roman Polanski?
No, not Roman Polanski. That's a bad thing.
Did he get canceled?
I think he got canceled.
What did he get canceled for?
I don't remember.
I don't even know who this guy is. I just know his name.
You know what? Let me Google that real quick. Let me Google that for you.
You don't even know who this guy is, and you're already canceling
He's a film director.
I knew that much.
In 1977, he was arrested and charged with drugging and raping a 13-year-old girl.
Oh, well, the 90s, right? Wacky times.
No, it's in 1977.
Oh, the 70s. Even wackier times.
Anyway.
Whoa, that was the prime time for the wacky inflatable arm flailers. I think so. I think they peaked in... Did they peak in the 70s? I think so.
I think they might have peaked in the 80s. Because, like, that's a big thing of, like, 80s, like, coming-of-age movies. It's just, like, you see those in parking lots and shit.
It's hard to say. Well, those could have just been left over from the peak of the 70s, though.
True. But let's be fair. How much of this is completely off topic. Anyway.
We don't have a topic yet. We haven't gotten into the topic.
But we have the thing that Cube the Third sent.
Yeah, I was talking about the Roman Polanski or whatever, the Nemansky.
But yeah, like, I feel like game development is... What?
Let's get back to the thing. What was the thing again?
You're the one who derailed it with Roman Polanski.
It's like doing a podcast with Monotaro.
But yeah, I feel like a lot of people have to understand that game development has changed and the nature of it has progressed in a lot of ways. And in some ways, yeah, I understand the frustration of, having to pop in a disc and having to wait for a download or whatever. But that can be a net positive for the actual game.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
I feel like Here's the thing, though, is that, like, minimum viable product has always been a thing in software.
Yeah.
Even in ye olden days, it was. It's just that games that used to be released broken were always broken, and now they have a chance to be fixed. That does mean that some games release in worse states than they would have back then, but it also means that they can get better, and everything can get better. It's just more fluid, which I think is potentially bad in some cases, but overall a good thing.
I think so, yeah. Like, it's ultimately beneficial for the developers and the consumers, so the developers don't have to constantly delay their games, hoping that it'll eventually, conform into this, perfect product that they want.
Yeah.
And it's also better for consumers because even if the game starts out, like, with some major issues, the developers actually have the extra time post-launch to address those concerns, listen to the audience, and actually, update the game and improve it.
Yeah. And it's not even always a matter of, well, broken and fixed. Sometimes it's just adding cool shit or readjusting things to be more balanced or whatever,
Yeah,
or like
this is massively beneficial for competitive games in particular. I love to bring up Halo again. But it makes a good point of reference for being very recent. When Halo Infinite actually launched back in November, there were a lot of issues people had with it. People had issues with the Battle Pass progression. People had issues with some of the balancing for the weapons and the spawns for the weapons. People had issues with matchmaking. People had issues with the monetization and stuff. And that stuff has all been worked on, fixed, or in some way mitigated. Right. Because the developers have actually had the time post-launch to slowly work on the game over an extended period of time and fix what needs to be fixed.
Yeah, and even just like little things, like back in the if Insomniac's Spider-Man was an old game, like they couldn't keep adding new suits every time a movie came out, or even sometimes just because they feel like it,
They added the suit from the Amazing Spider-Man 1. I fucking love that suit.
Yeah. There was one time where they just added like 2 suits from like the Fantastic Four comics, just kind of because,
we
just
want
why not?
to.
Yeah, just like little things like that. It also gives devs options for like small incremental content releases that aren't like big enough to sell on their own. Like back in the day, you could say DLC is expansions now, but like back in the day they had to make like a substantive amount of things to sell. But now they can just add shit if they want to, and free updates and stuff, and that's cool.
Yeah.
So I think it's a tool like anything else. It's how they use it, but I think overall it's a net positive.
I agree.
Also, Spider-Man 3 is good, and you're wrong. So there's that.
Let's revisit the Raimi trilogy sometime, babe. Let's make it a date night.
Anyway, now we go. If you want to be part of the show like Cupid the Third, you can send us an email at bakagaijinshow@gmail.com.
Yes.
Or add us on our Discord server, link below.
Both are open at all times.
Anyway, it's time to go Reddit diving.
Woohoo! My favorite pastime.
I like it. I'm looking for...
Or as it usually is, the ITA section.
Yeah, well, this time I'm going to start with an Ask Reddit thread, Kevin. Just to spite you. Just to spite you, you stupid, dumb, stupid idiot. Thinking you know everything. I just thought this was an interesting thread. It's called Parents of Reddit, whose children have dated awful people. Who was the worst and why?
Wow, that's gotta be fun.
Yeah, some select comments here. A very mentally abusive boyfriend who got in her head so badly that he convinced my epileptic daughter that if she stopped taking her meds, she wouldn't have epilepsy anymore. It was only because she was taking mind-altering drugs that she had a problem. The car accident was pretty full-on, but she got out unscathed and no one else was hurt.
What?
So that's... Okay, so he convinced her to get off her epilepsy meds because apparently her epilepsy meds were quote-unquote causing the epilepsy, and then she got in a car accident as a result.
Oh my god.
So that's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's really bad. Wow. Literally a danger to yourself and others. Holy shit.
My brother dated a girl who pretended to have cancer when she thought correctly that he was going to break up with her, and her parents went along with it.
Oh.
Here's the crazy part. My dad is an oncologist. This girl could have chosen any other disease, but she went with cancer. My dad was asking for the name of her doctor, offering to help out, but she was strangely vague and dismissive. We all felt suspicious, and we felt like shit for feeling suspicious. It took like 6 weeks, but my brother managed to get her mom alone, questioned her a little, and found out the daughter wasn't sick. Well, at least not physically.
Yeah, clearly she is a little sick somewhere else.
This is one of those fucking cases where I'm like, I would love to be a fly on the wall for the conversation of, Mom, Dad, I need you to help pretend I have cancer so I can stay with my boyfriend.
What how did she convince her parents to do that? What the fuck is wrong with these parents? Why would they go along with that? Who does this?
Who has those conversations? Who trusts their parents that much?
Oh my god.
My stepsister met a gorgeous firefighter. We respect firefighters here. That was a perfect gentleman. He would swoop up my disabled grandmother and carry her around like a goddamn baby. Everyone loved him. I couldn't stand him. My dad said it was sibling rivalry. She got pregnant pretty quickly. Then the real him showed. He beat her so bad her face was fractured and she nearly lost the baby. He consistently stalked, harassed, and threatened more violence after she left him. Stepmom convinced her to abort because she was already a shitty single mom and was terrified for her life. She ended up having to move out of state. A couple years later, he was in the news for brutally raping and torturing an elderly woman after breaking into her home. This guy's a real-life Gaston.
No one. Okay.
No one rapes like Gaston, breaks your face like Gaston.
I hate this. This is horrendous. To be fair, Gaston never raped anybody, so...
That we know of.
Well, the live-action movie did make him a war criminal.
That's true. That's true. One of the most famous war crimes, rape. Ask our good pal Genghis, friend of the show.
He might. Our good pal Genghis. All right.
Don't mind me, I'm just writing that down for the title. No one rapes like Gaston, breaks your face like Gaston. This is why we don't have any viewers, but who cares?
The title is just... Don't give a great impression.
We attract a very specific niche, Kevin.
Do we really want
that niche is people that see a title like, what do you think Biden's fetishes are? And they're like, ooh, I gotta know.
The burning questions.
Not me, but my dad. My sister was dating a holistic healer / massage therapist, whilst my dad had metastatic cancer. He kept talking about an alkaline diet and good energy nonsense when my dad was clearly terminal. This jackass bought my niece a book called Healing with Fairies. He talked about it in my dad's room. My dad was mostly gone at this point. He hadn't spoken or been meaningfully responsive in days, but after hearing this, he opened his eyes and said, clear as day, Healing with Fairies? Is that the name of your little back rub business? And then went back to sleep.
I love how that was so fucking ridiculous that he became conscious just enough to roast it.
Yep.
Oh my god, that's amazing. God, it reminds me of that one time someone, like... I think it was on, like, a Weezer, it was some kind of musician or whatever. It's like, I really want to thank you for your music because it healed my father. I was playing... It's like, my father hasn't been out of his wheelchair and hasn't been able to walk in years. And when I was playing your music, he stood up for the first time and was able to walk over to the radio and turn it off.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Anyway, I just wanted to read some select highlights from that thread.
Yeah, that's... People need to... Some people are just really, really bad judges of character, and other people just are very manipulative and have just the worst ulterior motives.
Yeah. Kevin, would you like to read the first item?
I would love to read the first Aita. Let me open up the phone. Click on the link. Once you send it.
I did send it.
Oh, hold on. Discord's being stupid then.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
Well, business as usual.
Yeah. Discord be doing that though.
It's not. They really do be though.
It's not showing up. What the fuck? Where is it?
Oh, great. My mom wants me to vacuum. I'm a little busy. I sent the link, Kevin. It's right there. Oh, I accidentally sent it to Cubase. That's the problem.
Whoops! Wrong one!
Sorry, I had his DM open.
Haha, it's not my fault this time. Am I the asshole for choosing to go on a guy's trip over my girlfriend's sister's wedding? Your girlfriend's sister's wedding?
Yes.
You're not obligated to go. Anyway. So I, 27M, have been dating my beautiful girlfriend Jen, 27 female, for 3.5 years. She has a sister Kelly, 30 female, who is married to my buddy Dylan. Girlfriend's sister. Yeah, okay. Dylan and me knew each other growing up, but became friends once he married Kelly 4 years ago. Us four hung out all the time, so me and Dylan became friends through sisters. Well, a year ago, Kelly left Dylan for some other guy in the middle of the night. Like, just up and left? It was like, it's like 3 a.m., bye.
It's happened.
Obviously, this caused a huge amount of drama and fallout. Yeah, no shit. Kelly is now engaged to the guy she cheated with and is getting married in April. Jeez. Heartburn. Fuck. I told Jen from the minute the new wedding was announced that I wouldn't be going. We fought about this because she wanted me there for support. I told her that I believe only people who support a wedding should be in attendance. I agree.
Yeah.
She said it was a family event and they take family pics and I should be in them. I told her that they could Photoshop me in from the first wedding. We shouldn't pick sides, I said. I said that I already picked a side, so she can do whatever she thinks is right. She kept on thinking that I would cave and eventually come with. So Dylan decided to plan a guy's trip for the same weekend as the wedding because he wanted to get out of town and avoid everything, understandably.
Nice.
Asked me and his buddies to go along to his lake house to fish and golf. Of course, I agreed and told Jen. Jen freaked out and said all of the above things and saying how we already RSVP'd. I told her to call her sister and tell her that I wasn't coming then. Jen refused. So I did it myself and told Kelly that other plans came up and I wouldn't be able to attend. Since then, I've been getting the full court press. Their mom called with Kelly and told me she knew... Why do they always bring in their moms? Why? You're full-grown adults. You are 27 and 30. Do it yourself. Holy shit. Stop bringing in your mother. Holy shit, every time. It always happens with the relationship drama.
Yep.
God damn it. Their mom called Kelly and told me she knew about Dylan's trip and asked if I was going. I said that I was, and they both lost it, saying things about how that isn't how you treat family. It always goes like this! Stop involving the mom! I responded with, pretty sure Dylan was family too, and I saw how that worked out for him and hung up. Roasted. Kelly's new husband, for some reason, even called me, saying they were hoping I would be an usher and how my presence would make everyone happy. Oh god, the manipulation! The manipulation on these people!
I've seen vats of acid less toxic.
I told him that the wedding was about them and nothing I do should affect that. Jen is mostly upset that I'm making her go alone, but I keep telling her that I shouldn't be forced to sit there and pretend I'm supportive. Also, I want to support Dylan in what I'm sure is going to be a tough weekend for him, and that my friend comes before her sister in this. Am I the asshole? I love top comment. No, not the asshole, but you're going to be single soon.
Yeah, just heads up on that front.
Yeah, this is just a bad time for you all around, bud. You have my sympathy. You have my deepest sympathies here. Wow.
Yeah. And as an antagonist in a children's film once said, "Get out of there!"
Yeah. Not the asshole, but tread carefully here, my friend, if you want to keep Jen around. I would have a calm conversation with her how you feel like her sister seriously mistreated your friend, and you don't feel comfortable going, but you support her going because that is her sister. Yeah.
He's not the asshole.
He's really not. Everybody else is the asshole here. Sheesh.
Yeah, get out of the situation and reevaluate how much you really want to be a part of this nonsense.
Yeah, because clearly they don't respect your friend, they don't respect you all that much, clearly, and they're also being super fucking manipulative and forcing you into a situation you don't want to be in. That is not healthy for anybody.
All right. Am I the asshole for letting my car run for 10 minutes in the morning?
All right. How does this turn into an Aita? I want to know. Who thought that was a big fucking problem?
All right. I, 25F, lived in the same apartment complex for 10 years. Since you were 15? I guess you didn't really move out, did you?
I guess.
The apartment owners decided to add on to the parking lot maybe 7 years ago, adding one row of parking between another building and mine. I've been parking on this new part because I can see my car from my living room sliding glass door, no balconies, plus it's within my car's auto start range. So I have a pretty strict morning routine. At 6:20 on weekdays, I auto start my car in the winter to warm it up. I always leave at 6:30 unless there's a lot of snow to clear, but during those 10 minutes, my lights are on and point at either the apartments across from me or into the living rooms on my complex. Well, yesterday, when I got home from work, the new neighbors below me opened their sliding glass door and told me not to shine my lights into their apartment. I said, "That's your living room, right? I'm always gone in 10 minutes. Is it really that big a deal?" The guy said that he fell asleep in his living room and woke up that morning and he forgot to close his blinds. I apologized, said I'd try to remember to turn my lights off before I come home in the evening. Of course I forgot, but this morning he had his blinds closed. Am I the asshole? It's only for 10 minutes. It's not like I'm shining them directly into his bedroom, which I would have in the apartments across from us if I didn't back in. I've never had this problem with anyone after living here for so long. Info. Somebody asked for info. She got more info.
Okay.
I live in upstate New York, so winters can be serious. I only auto start my car in the winter when it's below 30. Just this past weekend, it was -6. We do get generous snow coverage and can take up to 5 minutes clearing your car when it's very bad, thawing thick ice onto your windows and shoveling snow around your spot. Everyone up here lets their car run for 5 minutes. There are other people in my parking lot that do the same thing. The main reason I let it run is to thaw the ice in the windows to allow for safe driving. It'd be silly to clean my car off while it's off. Why not warm it up while you do it? I auto start at 6:20, get dressed and arrive at my car by 6:25, and actually start my car again and proceed to clean the snow off my vehicle and leave by 6:30. Also, I drive a 2018 Subaru Crosstrek. Thanks for the brag. Thanks for the humble brag.
It's kind of a minor thing, honestly. It's not that big of a deal.
But it also... Top comment says it's only 10 minutes of light, but it's also only 1 second for you to turn your lights off and 1 second in the morning to turn them back on.
True. So, like, turn your lights off. Yeah.
Yeah. You're the asshole, but it's a very minor asshole. You're kind of a dick.
Yeah, I wouldn't say you're the asshole, but you're kind of a dick.
You're official verdict. You're kind of a dick.
It's like, it's not bad enough to call you the asshole, but you are a dick.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen so many worse things where it's like, wow, what an asshole! But this is just like, wow, you're a dick.
Yeah, you're kind of a dick.
Like, there's a level of severity.
Anyway.
You sent me the same thing twice.
Why doesn't copy and paste work?
Okay, there we go. Oh god, another one of these. Am I the asshole for not bathing my friend's child when he stayed overnight? Okay, here we go. I, 35 female, agreed to watch my friend's 34 female, child, male 5.
yeah.
Overnight, when her dad had a medical emergency. She expected that she'd only be there a few hours, but at the hospital, her dad fell into a coma, and she asked if it was okay if her son stayed overnight with me. Of course, I said yes. The next evening when she came to pick him up, she was livid that he hadn't been bathed, although he was by no means filthy, just a little sweaty, maybe from his upset and routine. Here's the thing, her son is autistic and terrified of showers. Oh, okay. I did not have a bathtub at the time, and knowing his terror of showers, I'd babysat him before, and she had left directions to fill the tub without him in the bathroom because even that triggers him. I opted to clean him with baby wipes and a warm washcloth, which he was cooperative with. So, like, you still cleaned him?
Yeah.
She put him in his car seat and then returned to the house to say that I'd messed up his bedtime routine. Ugh. She couldn't believe I'd send her son home dirty, and she thought I was a better friend than that, and I needed to be more sensitive to the needs of autistic kids. She didn't have a tub. What was she supposed to... She didn't have a tub. She didn't have a tub. What was she supposed to do? She didn't have a tub.
She didn't have a tub, Kevin. It just broke you.
What are you expecting her to do? Dig a hole in the backyard and fill it with water? What are you expecting her to do here?
Well, clearly, she should have just owned a tub, Kevin.
Clearly, you don't own a bathtub. Oh my god. She posted this rant on her social media once she arrived home. Now
What a great friend.
Now, I thought our time together had gone well. He cried for about 15 minutes after drop-off, but after, we watched his favorite show, ate a snack, and I put him to bed. In the morning, he woke up asking for her, but no tears. Breakfast and lunch were eaten, we played some of his sign language games, cuddled with my cat, then I wiped him as clean as I could. You tried!
What the fuck is a sign language game?
I don't know. So, am I the asshole? Should I have pressed the shower issue? I admittedly have very limited experience with autism. He's the only person I know who has been diagnosed, and based on her prior instructions, I felt that I did the best I could in those circumstances. Yeah, you really did. I don't have an issue with anything you did. Your friend's just being a dick, and you didn't have a... That's really my sticking point here. That's really my sticking point here, because her friend is throwing an absolute wall-eyed fit because it's like, oh, you didn't bathe my son when he... It's like, this kid is triggered by showers. She doesn't have a bathtub. She just has a shower. She did her best. She still cleaned him off. She still wiped him down to the best of her ability. He's clean. Why are you complaining? You're just being a dick at that point.
Bitches be crazy.
The kid doesn't care. The kid clearly didn't care.
Well, who cares what he thinks? I'm mad.
Isn't that how it is with a lot of parents? It's like, who cares what my child thinks? I'm the one who's offended. It's like, ask if your child had an issue. Does your child think that anything was wrong? Does your child think that they were neglected or mistreated? From what I can tell, OP did everything that they could to make sure that the kid was happy, clean, and well-fed. So, like... Yeah. No, you're not the asshole, OP. You're fine.
Not the asshole.
Your friend just needs to hardcore chill. Top comment. Not the asshole. As someone who works with kids on the spectrum, you recognize the limitations of your environment and avoided him having a full meltdown by forcing him into a shower. Exactly. That's
my thing. Is if she forced him into a shower, you know that the parent will be even angrier.
Yeah. At that point, at that point, OP would have been the asshole.
There really is no winning here.
There really isn't, unfortunately. It sounds like he was happy, fed, and comfortable with you. That is truly all your friend can ask for. I am sure her anger is just being aimed at you. You did great, OP. Yeah. This has been a heavily rewarded comment, by the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have, like, super no problem with what OP was doing. I would have done the same damn thing. Not the asshole.
Yeah. Not the asshole.
God, that does remind me of a story, though, where Ash's middle child is kind of a little shit.
Yeah.
And one time, one time this kid really, really, really wanted a bath, but was being super impatient. And the kid had already, like, had a bath the prior day, so, like, and they hadn't done anything strenuous or, like, they were clean, functionally clean. They didn't need a bath, but they wanted one.
Yeah.
So they decided to get into the eldest's finger paints and just paint their body all over with watercolors and shit. Walked up to Ash and was like, "I dirty." At which point Ash is just like, "Oh my god, Mackenzie." Mackenzie's like, "I have bath now," and Ash is like, "No, you're not. You're getting a shower." And the kid's just like, "Ah!" Because a shower is all business. The parents there, they're just scrubbing off, rinsing off, and drying off. There's no playtime. There's no time to mess around in the water. You're in and you're out. You're done. And the kid was just so crestfallen. It's like, my bathtub ploy didn't work.
All right.
God.
Am I the asshole for telling my wife she needs to put more effort in to lose weight?
Isn't that just how it is with losing weight? You need to put the effort in? Like,
my wife, 28F, has gained a lot of weight over the past 2 years since she's been working from home. She's very conscious of this and decided to go on a diet. We went to a nutritionist who's also our neighbor, and she suggested that she follow a ketogenic diet for the next few months.
Okay, keto.
At first, my wife is very enthusiastic and went through the plan for about a week. After that, she relapsed into her old eating habits. She'd maybe try a keto-friendly meal once or twice a week, saying she's trying to work her way back, but that was about it. I, 29M, didn't say anything about all those days and was very supportive of her. Yesterday, I saw she'd ordered fast food, burgers, fries, Coke. Once she was finished eating, I sat down next to her and told her that if she was really serious about her looks and her health, she should work on her diet plan and not shift the blame onto the work-from-home situation. I told her that if she kept thinking she was on a diet and failing to stick to it, it would become a habit with her. She'd become demoralized, and it would be much harder the next time she tried. I thought that it was sage advice that would be well taken, but now she's pissed off at me. She says I'm an unsupportive husband who keeps nagging his wife because she's put on, a quote, a little weight.
What?
Am I the asshole here?
No? What?
Edit 1, request for info. Did she ask for my opinion, or did she ask for any advice? No, she didn't, but we're both quite close to each other, and it's understood we can take such liberties as offering our unsolicited opinion if it might be in the best interests of the other. Okay. Edit 2, request you all to please keep your medical opinions to yourself. This post was not about whether or not the ketogenic diet works or not, or how effective it is. There's a lot of factors involved, and there's no straightforward answer to that question. Also, I know of enough qualified health professionals from whom to take advice, and will be taking their advice only, not yours. 3, Edit 3, this is to let all you people know I will not be able to respond to your questions and requests for extra information because of a temporary ban.
Okay, alright.
I'm gonna read top comment. The nutritionist who suggested keto, one of the most difficult and grueling diets, is a fucking hack. You need to do it constantly, with no slips forever, for it to show any results, and its basis was in treating epilepsy, not weight loss. You are the asshole, but your heart is possibly in the right place. If she's feeling shitty about her weight, then sure, offer to help, but tough love isn't what she needs right now, and that keto diet definitely is not the one that's going to help her achieve her goals.
I mean, if the problem is really the nutritionist giving her a diet that isn't going to work out anyway, and OP just didn't really know that, is OP really the asshole for just saying...
Something the thread reiterates all over and over again is, don't go to a nutritionist, go to a dietitian.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Dietitians need to have a degree and pass requirements and be registered to the ADA. Anyone can be a nutritionist. You know. Dietitians have more knowledge than a nutritionist. No dietitian is ever going to recommend keto first thing.
True, yeah.
That said, I don't think he's an asshole, but I do think he's kind of... I do think that he's kind of close mind, especially in edit 2.
A little ignorant.
A little forcefully ignorant. I also think... I don't think anything he did is worth his wife being pissed off at him, though. Because I think it's a very common sense thing to be like, hey, you need to, if you want to do this, you need to put more effort
Yeah.
in than you're currently putting in.
Yeah,
that comes from a place of concern.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of going with a light everyone sucks here.
Yeah, I'll go with that too.
Yeah, because I think this guy is pretty closed off and has just kind of accepted the first thing he heard from a guy who was his neighbor, is the only solution, while his wife is getting pissy because he's rightfully pointing out that she's not putting in enough effort. But at the same time, her effort is being misdirected in the first place by this keto plan. So, I'm just gonna go with the light. He kind of sucks. She kind of sucks. Their neighbor is a fucking hack.
Yeah.
So everyone kind of sucks a little bit.
Just a bit, tiny bit.
Everyone
slightly.
sucks. Everyone sucks.
It's not too bad, but it's still kind of shit.
Yeah. You, Kevin, read this one.
All right. Am I the asshole for calling the cops on my sister-in-law for leaving my bedridden brother alone in the house? Oh.
Bad boys, what you want?
So this incident took place last week. I, female 27, have a brother, male 33, who got into a serious accident resulting in him being bedridden for the past few weeks. Now I have to say that his wife, aka sister-in-law, do not get along. Oh, like you don't get along with them, okay. But we do try to tolerate each other and try to be civil. Last week I got a call at 11 a.m. from my brother telling me he had just woke up and his wife wasn't home. I asked how so, and he said he called for her but got no answer. He also said he called her phone but she didn't pick up. I was mad because this is just flat out neglect and it wasn't the first time she did it. My brother begged that I come help him because he accidentally wet the bed. But I hung up and called the police to report this incident anonymously. The call was a welfare check, and when the cops arrived, my sister-in-law was still out of the house. Hours later, my sister-in-law called me and was yelling names like crazy at me for calling the cops on her just because she was out running errands. I told her it was her fault for leaving her bedridden husband home alone unattended, but she sayod, typo.
Yeah.
He was asleep, but still anything could have happened. She argued that I just got her in a problem with the police that was totally avoidable, and said I should have come helped my brother when he called instead of going to the police to teach her a lesson. From that, I figured my brother told her it was me who called the cops. I hung up on her, but she sent my family after me, and they said I shouldn't have called the cops, but I explained that sister-in-law did this to herself by acting neglectful, yet I got called a judgmental bitch with nothing but spite for my sister-in-law, and zero concern for my brother, but that was not true. I don't know what she told them, but I'm clearing the air tomorrow through my family, and though my family insists I messed up and caused unnecessary problems to my already struggling sister-in-law. Yeah, that was a little bit much.
Here's the thing. She could have left a note. So that's the first thing.
She could have.
But also, yeah, I think calling the cops is a little extreme.
You had the option to help your brother yourself. Stay there in the house until the sister-in-law came back and explained why you thought that was a bad idea. That would have been a much better use of everyone's time and effort than just calling the police and escalating the situation to a point where it was unnecessary. It was not necessary for you to call the police in this situation. You did create a situation that was unnecessary. You are the asshole, OP.
Yes.
Also,
top
comment.
This is not a situation that needed police involved.
Does she have any support network, or do you expect her not to leave the house 24/7, 365? Food needs to be bought. Errands have to be run. If you're concerned, offer to take a shift staying with your brother so sister-in-law can go out and not be slaved to caretaking. You're the asshole.
Yeah. It's also like she doesn't clarify what kind of accident it was, so we don't know how much attention he really needs, you know?
Yeah, because there's a wide... there's a wide spectrum of what kind of accident would leave your brother bedridden.
Yeah.
But even considering that, this was not a situation where you needed to call the police. You had about a million better options, and you took the worst one.
Yeah. YTA.
Yep. It happens. Sometimes, sometimes you call the police on your sister-in-law.
Yeah, it happens.
Just a classic boner.
Yeah, I don't have a sister-in-law yet, but hopefully they'll get married soon, and then I'll have a sister-in-law, and then I can call the cops on her. So it'll all work out.
One day you two can call the cops on your sister-in-law.
Yeah.
Believe in the future.
Am I the asshole for choosing a lower-paying job without consulting my husband first?
I mean, let's see where this goes.
I, F28, recently left the job I'd had for the past 2 years. I applied for a few jobs and got offered 2, one with a lower salary. The lower salary was my dream job while the other wasn't. I told my husband Sean, 28M, about the dream job and he was excited for me, but we didn't go into too much detail, but at this time he knew about the other job offer but told me to take the interview and see how it goes. The interview went well and I accepted the job. I'm filling out relevant paperwork when Sean asks how it's going and looks through the paperwork I'd already signed. He asked if this is how much I'll make, and I said yes, before he brings up how much more the other job offered. He said that his work pays more than this, and questions why I'd accept this offer when the other offer offered more. It's a good sentence, it's just weird.
Yeah.
He said that his work pays more than sorry, I read that already. Lost my place. I told him that I like the environment. It was my dream job. It has great benefits, slightly better hours. He told me that we don't always get to pick jobs just because we like them, and it's not smart to pick a job with less pay for that reason. He told me that I should have talked with him first, and that this was a decision that impacted both of us, and I was putting my wants over our needs. I told him that I told him about the interview, but he told me that it was a cop-out. He didn't believe I'd choose a job that pays less, but didn't want me to regret not exploring the opportunities so that I didn't have any what-ifs. He also brought up our student loans, we're both lawyers, and how he was actively working towards paying off his while I wasn't taking the initiative to pay off mine. Am I the asshole for making this decision without my husband? Here's some stats. My previous salary was $80,000 a year. The first job offer salary, the one she took, was $73,000 a year. The second job offer salary was $220,000 per year.
I don't think you're the asshole, but maybe a little short-sighted. You took the job you wanted.
To clarify why I feel conflicted and feel the need to even ask, my husband wouldn't have been upset if I'd accepted job 2 without his input, hence why it was only due to the low-paying job. I misunderstood his excitement about the interview as permission, but did tell him that it would move quickly. I'm fortunate to have had my parents pay off a large portion of my student loans, which are not a burden to my husband due to prenup. I am paying off my student loans. My husband thinks I'm not taking the initiative. I was fortunate to have help from my parents, who also paid $50,000 towards his student loans as a wedding present. I've been making payments since I graduated. We pay 50-50 for all expenses and have a prenup, so no, he is not being riddled by my supposed debt. Would you like to hear top comment?
I would like to fucking hell, children, shut up!
That's a good thing to want.
Anyway, I would like to hear top comment.
Yeah. Top comment. Everyone sucks here.
Yeah.
I think there's a little bit of blame to go around. The difference in salary between those positions is huge, and I think that for something like this, you and your husband should have talked about the decision together before you chose the lower salary. That $220,000 offer, probably an associate position in big law or a counsel position in a boutique firm, would have come with a crap ton of stress and weekly prayers at the altar of the almighty Bilable. It would have been a shit ton of money that could have helped you both as a family. When you are in a family, your financial decisions affect the household and each other, so you do need to discuss them together. Maybe you could have weighed the factors together and concluded the higher salary wasn't worth the pain. Maybe you could have resolved for you to hold that job just long enough for you to get good financial footing, then leave it for something more fulfilling. I don't know, but you should have made that decision together. But on the other hand, I don't like your husband's attitude. It would be one thing if you were looking at this as a mutual decision. If you looked at this through the lens of a pure financial decision that could benefit your overall household, but he isn't. Instead of emphasizing that the two of you should be a team, he's lecturing you about your decision-making process. That really doesn't sit right with me, and it sounds like he's trying to infantilize you.
Yeah, yeah, everyone sucks here. I'll take that one. Yeah.
Yeah. I think she should totally have the ability to choose a lower paying job that she will enjoy more. But I also do agree that it's a decision they should make together. But his attitude about it is not great.
All right. I need to hit pause for a second. I'll be right back.
All right.
And I'm back.
All right. So, yeah, everyone sucks here.
Yeah, just bad time all around. Probably should have took the better paying job until you had better financial footing and could like pay off more of your student loans, and probably should have talked it out better with your husband, but also your husband's kind of an ass.
It sounds like with her parents she has that under control though. I think I don't know enough about their personal life to really offer career advice.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if it were me and I would really enjoy the lower paying job more, then I would totally do that. But I'm also a guy that doesn't plan on having a family, so that's a decision I can make.
Yeah.
I think just in general, better communication, as usual.
The moral of the story is don't get married. No.
yeah. I mean, kind of. Right. All right. Let's see one for you to read.
Ooh, yes, please.
Read this one.
Alrighty then. Am I the asshole for uninviting my 25 girlfriend, 24, to a family dinner because she refused to dress modestly? Oh, God. So my posted by Tiny Dress Ita. So my girlfriend and I have dated. Hold on. Anyway, sorry. So my girlfriend and I have dated for just barely 3 years. She has met my immediate family, but she has never met my extended family. So we have a tradition where once a month my grandmother hosts a Sunday dinner for the entire family at her estate. Rich people.
Yes, at her estate, yes.
We all show up, and if you're old enough to use a stove, you cook.
What, you don't have the help do it? Some rich family this is.
My girlfriend has never attended until... Wow. My girlfriend has never attended until very recently. The first time she did was in December prior to Christmas. This is because my grandmother would prefer to not have non-family and partners that haven't been around for a while present. When she attended in December, I got word that my grandmother didn't approve of her choice of clothing and won't welcome her back if she doesn't dress better. My aunt... Oh no. My aunt told me that Grandma thought she dressed whorish.
Oh no, she didn't.
Oh no, she didn't. Now I fully disagree, and so did my family and my aunt. And my uncle, and my brother, and my sister, and my dog. No.
I'm assuming he means his other aunt.
Yeah. My girlfriend was admittedly dressed slightly less conservative than the other women, but I wouldn't call what she was wearing immodest at all. So I told my girlfriend and asked her if she would dress more conservatively next time. So come January, the dinner is this Sunday. I wanted to not have a repeat of what happened last time, as I want her to get FaceTime with my family. I asked my girlfriend to show me her dress before this weekend's. She did, and the dress was less conservative. Again, it wasn't immodest, but less conservative. What do you mean by less conservative, by the way?
Yeah, post pics, by the way.
Yeah, I needed to know an idea of what you're talking about here.
Yeah, for purely research purposes. Just post pics to your girlfriend, please.
But just less conservative, and I know it pissed my grandmother off again. She said no, as she really liked the dress, and it was modest. I told her that what's modest to her isn't going to be what's modest to an 89-year-old woman. I told her if she wanted to buy a dress, I'd pay for it. She refused. After some arguing, she proved that she was not going to budge. I told her that if she didn't change it, it would be better if she just not show up and we try to find a solution for next month. She then said she wasn't getting a different dress, and I told her that it's best she not come, and I'd go without her. She told me I was being unreasonable and putting an old woman's outdated views over her freedom. I feel like I was being very reasonable. No, you weren't. Am I the asshole?
You a grandma's boy.
Dude, your grandma's 89 years old, and she thinks that Modesty is wearing a burlap sack, okay?
This is a new one. I've never seen a mama's boy, but for grandmas.
Yeah, you're the asshole, says Top Comment. If you want a future with somebody, stand up for them instead of just obliging by your family's opinions. If your grandma is judging her because she doesn't want to wear a potato sack, that's on grandma.
I'm just wondering how people are... Where are the guys that are this stupid? It's like, who are you going to listen to? The one you get pussy from or the one you don't? Come on now. This is easy. Even if you just follow your stupid brain chemicals, you should arrive at the correct conclusion in this instance.
The thing is, the top few comments are a mix of you're the asshole, not the asshole, and everyone sucks here. But honestly, I just think OP's an asshole because he's going with his grandmother's opinion on dress code over his wife's sense of freedom, and, like, even he admitted his wife's dress is not that bad. Like, it doesn't offend him. It's pretty modest. He says so. But, like, you know, compared to an 89-year-old woman's opinion on modesty, who cares? Who cares, dude? It's your wife. Support her.
There's a bit of a culture war going on in these comments.
I can see that, and I don't want any part of it.
I do. That's why I'm here.
Well, read them.
Oh, okay, sure. I'll read a boomer comment. One sec. Let me get on my boomer voice. Not the asshole. What ultra woke redditors need to understand is that all is not
ultra woke redditors.
What ultra woke redditors need to understand is that all is not when it comes to the elderly. Sometimes I should know. I have cataracts. It's your grandmother's home and invite, and she has one requirement. I get it, her body, her choice, but what the younger generation of today needs is to get a fucking grip. What with you needs to pick your goddamn battles, because fighting a dress war with an elderly grandma who probably won't be around much longer is ridiculous. Jesus, people, stop trying so fucking hard to make everything in your battle line. Chill the fuck out. Your grandma's never ever gonna understand this hard line. She just won't. Your fiance is being childish. Damn it, shuck it up and wear the fucking modest dress for a couple hours.
Okay, but concept, idea, just food for thought. If the grandma is quote-unquote not going to be around that long anyway, she should probably get over herself and just let the person wear the dress that they want. If they like, oh, jeez.
Okay, so I'm just continuing this thread. Rest of the family thought her dress was fine, so the grandmother is clearly the problem. He should stand up for his girlfriend. And someone points out, grandma is not the problem. The girlfriend refusing to meet an old lady's dress code is the problem. The girlfriend has picked a battle she can't win. There are a lot of situations in life that call for gracious acceptance, and this is one of them. It's grandma's house, grandma's invitation, grandma's rules. Don't like it, don't go. OP has to choose. Not the asshole. If your girlfriend refuses to wear an outfit that grandma would approve, you can stay home too to support your girlfriend, but don't take her to a family dinner if she's wearing a hoochie mama dress.
But she's not wearing a hoochie mama dress.
Well, we don't know that because he won't post pics.
Well, OP says it's not a hoochie mama dress.
Nobody said hoochie mama except this person, who, by the way, the username is Resident Old Lady. So yeah, that's
of course. Funny. It's another boomer.
This thread's really drawn in the boomers.
The boomer redditors.
But okay,
there's a whole genre of human being here.
Let's break it down though, because the point of this is OP being an asshole here?
I personally think so.
Yeah, okay. If the question is purely, is OP being an asshole, I think yes. But because I think there is something to be said for the fact that his girlfriend has picked a battle she can't win.
That is also true. Like
she's bashing her head against a wall for no reason. That's not necessarily an asshole thing. That's just kind of being dumb. I don't know. Everyone's fucking dumb here.
It's not that everyone sucks. It's that everyone's stupid here.
Everyone's just dumb. Yeah. I'll go YTA, but I think it's I don't know. It's complicated.
This is stupid.
Yeah, I think.
I love the header of uninviting my girlfriend.
Somebody else makes a good point. He is siding with a woman who called his girlfriend whorish.
That's another thing. Like, bruh. Really?
Okay, actually, the aunt said whorish. Let's not get it twisted.
I mean, no, the aunt said the grandma thought it was whorish.
And someone's like, you could go even further. It's already twisted. She said his girlfriend dressed whorish. She did not call his girlfriend whorish, but it is clearly more a motive to misinterpret criticism of dress code to directly calling someone a whore. But good that you're trying to keep things straight. This thread is entertaining.
This is so weird.
This thread is entertaining. It's a good thing we're not getting into the debate about what color the dress was, because that could go on even longer.
Red is so form-fitting. Oh, scandalous!
Scandalous? Is that a black and blue dress? No, it's a white and gold dress, you old biddy.
Oh my god. That fucking old thing. My Twitter timeline was insufferable for a month. A month! Anyway, you read the next one.
Am I the asshole for eating cake in my car so I didn't have to share with my wife and kids? I acknowledge as father and husband that a lot of things that were singularly mine before just aren't. My wife steals my clothes. My wife and kids steal my food. My kids steal my phone. I'm fine with it most of the time, but I just needed one thing to myself without hurting feelings and making someone cry because everybody is sensitive in this house, including me. I'll admit that. I bought a single-serve piece of cake and ate it in my car without any wife sneaking bits or kids licking chocolate from the top. Unfortunately, I got caught. Wife is upset with me for going so far as to eat cake while hiding in my car and called me dramatic when I told her my reasoning. Am I?
I'm fine with everyone stealing my shit, but this is just a step too far. What the fuck?
Top comment, not the asshole, but rookie mistake. Next time eat it in the parking lot of where you bought it and use the outside trash can to throw away the evidence.
See, now that guy's galaxy brained.
Yeah. No, you're not the asshole.
Not the asshole, no.
It's fine to have you can have a little cake as a treat.
As a treat.
As a treat. Just, don't do it in your driveway. That was dumb.
Also, it's so weird to me how he's just like, my kids steal my food and my clothes and my this and my that, and I'm normally totally fine with it. It's like, you're fine with your family stealing from you? What?
Well, yeah, it's just it's family things.
Your family needs to learn boundaries.
Wow. That sounds pretty normal to me. I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying it's normal.
Just because it's normal doesn't mean it's good. Anyway, send me one.
Yeah. Right. Let's see here. Oh, right. This is from last time. Actually, I forgot about this one.
Ooh. Am I the asshole for calling my academic girlfriend a trophy wife as a joke? My girlfriend of 5 years, Clara, 25 female, and I, 26 male, both attend the same university. I'm finishing up the final parts of my STEM BSc, computer science, working on mobile application development. And she's in the third year of studying for a doctorate in humanities and will get her PhD in September. It's a university city, so...
Whoa, a pretty huge dick.
It's a university city, so politically active, and Clara is active there, does a lot of organizing, demos and protests, etc. FYI, we align the same politically, so this isn't an issue. I'm describing what she does.
Right.
If you know computer science dudes, you'll know we like to joke around a lot. Last year, I had to repeat classes, and I was with students a few years below me who saw photos of me and Clara on my phone background. Clara is objectively very pretty.
Post pics. We can't know this. Post pics.
And it's something I can be insecure of. So I jokingly said she was my trophy wife and made some dumb blonde type jokes about her being no thoughts head empty and proof you are either pretty or smart. Yeah, that was a bad move. I'll say that. A bad move.
Stop just telling on yourself at this point.
Oof. Ow, man. If you know guys, you know inside jokes, and my trophy wife became a meme in the STEM underclasses. Oh no.
Real life memes, the worst kind.
My friends even made me a mug that says every developer needs a trophy wife. Oh, cringe.
I can't tell if you have great friends or terrible ones.
But last week I took Clara to a mutuals party and the CS underclassmen were there.
So you call your IRL friends mutuals?
God. They straight away started joking about finally meeting the trophy wife, and she got offended and said something snippy like, "You know I'm doing a PhD and organized X strike to pressure the college for money for your department, right?" You know what? She makes a fair point. I know this as I had told her about the issue, so she pressured the college. My friend was drunk, and I laughed at her. Oh.
No, they laughed at her.
Okay. And laughed at her and said he didn't know that, but a degree in CS is worth more than reading books and acting like MLK. And to my horror, he said something like, "OP, you were right. She is a trophy wife." No, my God, no.
Keep reading. It gets worse.
Clara, who is mixed race. Holy shit. Seemed to take offense at that first statement, but left the group and ignored me totally. It got worse, no. At home, she rounded on me and I immediately said, "Sorry, the MLK comment was wrong," and the rest was correct? I'll speak to him.
Okay, now you're getting into you hate waffles territory. He didn't say that.
She said to fair. She said to forget that and asked me what the fuck I meant by trophy wife. I explained the backstory, a bit badly as I was drinking. She asked why I didn't...
Oh, so worse than you did here.
She asked why I didn't defend her from the comments about her degree, but I said that everyone thinks their course is the best and she shouldn't overreact.
To be fair, everyone does think their course is the best.
Yeah. She told me I was a prick, then gave me the cold shoulder till now. I feel like an asshole because I didn't think she'd be annoyed by trophy wife jokes. You literally objectified her in front of your friends! Literally called her a dumb blonde, no thoughts, head empty. The fuck, man? She is aware she's pretty and is confident about it, so I don't know why she's reacting badly. You said she was stupid!
No. They said she was stupid. He just didn't disagree.
You just went along with it, man. I accept the MLK comment was rude, and my friends apologized the next day, but the trophy wife stuff was just jokes. Most people in her community know her well. She never interacts with STEM students, so I didn't think their jokes mattered. Maybe this is an academia thing I don't know about, since I'm aiming to work in an industry. If I messed up, I want to apologize, but I can't see how this is more than a joke gone sour. ETA, because I'm seeing some people argue about politics, and I want to be clear about this, since it seems like I'm the asshole in all other ways. She isn't an activist for party politics, aka left-wing or right-wing stuff. She is more of a student politics type. Student union president last year, and did a lot of student union stuff through her time here. That's why she was able to press the college for money for facilities. So it's not the kind of professional liberal you're thinking of, so please stop sending me hate from both sides of the political line.
I don't know, man. She heads a union. That's pretty left wing.
A little bit. Also, to the person who DM'd asking if she was doing a gender studies PhD, no, her study is history. I accept that I'm an asshole, not because of all your abuse, but because of the kind of people agreeing with me.
You know what? Fair enough.
I came into this thread, top comment from Crock of Pot.
Yeah, of course.
I came into this thread thinking, oh, this is probably an inside joke that went wrong, but holy shit, dude, you were the asshole. You are so very much the asshole. You ridiculed your girlfriend behind her back in order to score bro points, to the point that you opened her up to getting publicly blindsided with some truly shitty, humiliating comments, and you didn't even have the spine to defend her in the moment. Yeah, I know we all get caught off guard sometimes, but it's really telling that you didn't hesitate to open your mouth when you were running her down, but somehow clammed right up when your buddy took a really nasty pot shot at her. Maybe this is an academia thing, but I don't know about since I'm aiming to work in an industry. Oh, please, don't play dumb. Don't run your partner down to your friends isn't some mystical theoretical concept you need a couple of PhDs to understand, and you know it. Yeah, I'm with top comment here. Jesus Christ, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ. You literally stumbled into this amazing, perfect relationship, and you decided to just run your fucking mouth. Goddamn.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So yeah, you were an asshole. There's some self-awareness going on towards the end of the edits. Maybe he can turn this around. I don't know, but you were definitely being an asshole, though.
The girlfriend might deserve better than this. I don't know.
Yeah. Look, I'm not gonna say break up, but what I am gonna say is that you were an asshole and you need to do something about this.
Tread finely, man. Tread finely from this point onward.
Mm-hmm.
You do not want this blowing up in your face a second time. You already got smoke up your ass now. Don't do it again.
Yep. Am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend I refuse to plan my meals in advance? I started to live with my girlfriend almost six months ago. 34 male, she's 35 female. We have this ongoing issue that's just escalated. She has this weird obsession with planning food like it's the most important topic in the world. She constantly asks me what my plans for food are on the moment I wake up. She wanted to have a discussion about us doing a weekly chart. What the fuck?
What?
That's what he chart what the fuck with meals. Asks me for lists of whenever she goes to the store, and it's just super pushy. My stance on this is that we're two adults. I have zero expectations of her to cook. I was never in a situation where I was unable to eat because I didn't plan food in advance. I really can't decide what I want before I'm actually hungry, and I don't see any need to limit myself to these choices. I never spent more than 30 minutes cooking. I'm fine with us ordering if we're not in the mood. We have so many options. Stores are near, so we can always buy stuff. There's always something at home. We can always do our own thing. Shortly, the topic bores me to death and started to annoy the shit out of me. The other day, she made me a speech that I need to hear, that I need to tell her what I want to eat so we can plan, and I just bluntly told her by now isn't it clear that I can't and don't want to decide on these things in advance. She can just do what she wants and I'll figure out my own shit the way I always have. She said that if I don't communicate what I want to eat, we can't plan or get all the necessary ingredients. I asked her when did we ever experience an issue because I expected to eat something I didn't have ingredients for, and also that I don't expect her to make food. We can see who is in the mood to cook, order, have something simple. I finally told her to just never ask this again, that I'm never going to fucking do Excel sheets with weekly meal plans to relax and do what she wants. Now she's pissed and ignoring me. I don't get it. This whole thing seems like such a made-up issue. Some additional info. Both of us are fit. We're not on any special diets. We eat fine. There's no health issues. That would make her particularly concerned. I'm at a point where I just want to walk out of the room whenever she starts asking anything about food.
Sounds like your partner has some hang-ups.
See, Reddit thinks he's the asshole.
I mean, he shouldn't.
Because the people are like, most people plan menus in advance so they can make grocery store lists. This is not a weird obsession. It's normal. You're the asshole. Here's the thing, though. I don't think his lifestyle is wrong either.
Yeah, no, like, he shouldn't have to conform to what his girlfriend wants to, his girlfriend or wife or whatever. He shouldn't have to conform to what she wants to do just because they're together. Like, she can do all the, excessive food planning and, spreadsheets and whatever that she wants to do, and he can just order a pizza every now and then. It's fine. Find a middle ground. She's just blowing this out of proportion.
Yeah, I think these are just two different lifestyles, and I don't think either's wrong. I just think there's a bit of an incompatibility going on here, and it's something that they need to accept about each other if they want to make this work.
Yeah, they just got to find a middle ground here. Like, let each of them
I'm not sure that
things on their own.
I don't know about middle ground, but just like accept that they live different lives in this one department.
Yeah, I don't think it's that big of a deal, and the girlfriend is making it a big deal.
Yeah, I think Reddit's wrong. I don't think he's an asshole. I'm gonna say no assholes here.
Yeah, no assholes here. Just the fuck.
Just incompatible lifestyles.
Yep. It happens sometimes.
Let's see here.
How dare you not make food spreadsheets with me?
I'd be weirded out by spreadsheets, I'm not gonna lie. God damn it, wrong button.
Microsoft Excel!
Let's see, this one.
Am I...
Would I be the asshole?
Would I be the asshole if I don't invite my wife to my birthday party? Probably.
You know when it starts with, I know it sounds horrible, but bear with me, it's gonna be good.
I know it sounds horrible, but bear with me. Do you really need to type it out at this point, man? I, 32 male, love my wife, 32 female. However, she has some insecurities when it comes to my group of friends. She claims it feels like I enjoy myself much more when I'm with them than with her. Do you? Do you? She also says one of my friends has a crush on me, which makes her uneasy. I mean, I promise you I adore my wife, and we have talked about this and how none of this is true, and she is currently going to therapy, but it's still hard for her. She has never asked me to stop seeing them or anything like that, but I know it upsets her when I go out with them. I also told my friend that supposedly has a crush on me that my wife wasn't comfortable with our relationship, and we should have to keep some distance. The truth is, I really like my group of friends, and always have such a great time with them, and I would hate if our friendship got lost. So it's going to be my birthday next Thursday, and my wife has asked me several times what my plans are and what would make me happy. She gets excited more than I do about my birthday. That's adorable. I finally told my wife that I would be having dinner with her and my folks on Thursday, dinner exclusively with her on Friday, and throw a party with my friends on Saturday while she can stay at home and sleep. She has to work really early on Sunday. I thought this was a fair plan, but she didn't. She got super upset about this because, quote, it makes her sad how in 8 years I have never organized a party no matter how much she insisted, because I hate my birthday, it's true, but now with this friends I'm excited and organizing a party that won't even include her. I told her that I did include her by being with her on Thursday and Friday, and that if she had asked to come, I would have said yes. Then I told her that I'd rather avoid a problem with her, and that I was going to cancel the Oh, come on, man. And that I was going to cancel the party. She thought about it and said I was probably right and that she shouldn't be so upset. She said that she didn't want to ruin my birthday and that I could go on with the party plans, but now I'm not so sure. Should I cancel this party? She won't be coming to this party because she has to work on that day.
He made some clarifications if you want to read
Yeah,
those.
like a lot of clarifications, like half the post.
Yeah.
Wow, this really blew... Okay, wow, this really blew up. Okay, so I can't answer to all of you, but these are a few points that many were asking. 1, I go to therapy too. We both do.
Cool.
I love how that's the first thing. It's like, it's okay, we're going to therapy.
Yeah.
2, I know I said birthday party, but it's more like a planned reunion of 6 persons, and it wasn't already planned. It was like an idea in the making, and I was sharing it with her when we started the argument. 3, my wife asked me to talk to this girl and to tell her to back off for the sake of our marriage, and I did, but it wasn't something I did to her back. Okay.
Right.
My wife doesn't hate my friends. She just feels uncomfortable with them because she is very introverted. Okay, all right. See, I thought it was one of those things where it's like, they're taking me away from you, and it's like, no, she's just an introvert. Like, okay.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And it's hard for her to open up to new people. I tried in the past to bring them closer, but ultimately she told me it was okay, and that I could hang with them without having to include her. She also hates parties, but she organizes ones for you. Anyway. 5, I showed this post to my wife. All right. Fair. All right.
That's transparent, I guess.
Number 6, this is what we both concluded. She understands that comparing the place she occupies in my life with the place my friends occupy can be hurtful, and we both have the right to spend time with our friends. She has this idea that nobody in her life likes spending time with her because she is boring, which has caused her issues in past relationships and with her family, and thinks she needs to work that out, which is why she's going to therapy. I don't think anybody in the world believes she is boring, only her. So, me planning a reunion without her on that fear she has. I have never thought it that way, but I realize about it now. It was very assholey of me to assume she wouldn't want to come to the party or reunion, especially because it was a special occasion. I think she is right, and I apologize, and I said I was sorry and wouldn't do it again. I actually did end up canceling the reunion and changed it to a brunch with friends, which I think is something my wife would feel more comfortable with. I want to thank you all who called me out, and to those who showed support. The different opinions helped me to see this issue on different perspectives. I do love my wife.
I just like the comments, because he's like, you're the asshole. For my birthday, I'm going to have a fun party with my friends, but you and my wife are not invited. Also, I hate my birthday, but I'm celebrating it 3 days in a row.
I know, what the fuck? What do you mean you think I enjoy myself more with my friends than you? That's preposterous. We will discuss this further when I get back from the birthday party I'm having with my friends that I specifically did not invite you to. I got the 2 boring decoy dinners to placate my family and the old wife. Then the real fun party starts on Saturday with all my buddies and the fogies out of the way. Man, they are just roasting him in the comments.
There's a lot of projection going on, but it is funny.
OP seems like a nice guy who made an honest mistake, but man, the comments are hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It seems I'm not even gonna give a judgment. It seems like he worked it out himself.
Yeah, honestly, you know what? No assholes here. Everything's fine now. It's okay. Mm-hmm. We're good.
Yeah.
You were a bit of an asshole to start with, but you un-assholed very fast.
Good job. Good job.
Character development, we love to see it.
Am I the asshole for telling the family that adopted my dog that they had no permission to rename him? I used to have a German Shepherd named Willie, but had to put him up for adoption because my future stepson is allergic to dogs, so Willie had to be out of the house before my fiancée and her son moved in with me. Now, I did feel like I'd given up on Willie. I'd had him since he was small, but I did thorough digging to find the perfect home and the perfect family. I had met up with the family and they embraced him right away. They seemed nice and all, but agreed to keep in contact so I could learn about how Willie's doing. This all took place in December. I got busy with the holidays, then loads and loads and loads of work, so only was able to call the family to check in on Willie last week. Anyway, while I was with them on the phone, I had a small girl yelling Rudy repeatedly. I asked, who the fuck is Rudy?
Who the fuck?
I made that up. I asked who Rudy was. And they casually said it was Willie, but gave him a new name. I was absolutely shocked. I asked if they were being serious with me, and they asked what's wrong. I absolutely lost it on them, telling them that the dog already has a name that was given to him by his owner, and they should respect that. Plus, all his legal papers are under the name Willie, but I was surprised when they took care of that legally. Like, how? There's ellipses. So like how? I told them they had no permission to rename the dog point blank period, but they argued that Willie's theirs now and I have no say. I told them they're dead wrong and demanded that they have some respect and stop confusing him and start calling him by his real name. They refused, and we got into a huge fight on the phone and social media where they threatened to block me. I was so mad I took the argument to their place, where they threatened to report me for quote unquote harassment. They spelled it wrong.
Harassment.
I decided to take a few days to let things settle down, then I'd revisit them again, but my fiancé thinks I'm overstepping and should let the family decide this stuff without harassing them, which was an expected thing to hear from her since my stepson is the reason I had to let the dog out in the first place. She got offended, but I told her that siding with strangers mistreating my dog did not paint her in a good light, though I started thinking she might be right. Am I the asshole?
Strangers mistreating my dog whom you gave the dog to. Dude, not your dog anymore.
Comment, you're the asshole. Rudy is their dog now. You gave up any rights and control over their dog when you gave him up. You may have just jeopardized any chance of having future contact with them regarding him, and I wouldn't blame them.
Yep. Look, like, as a lifelong dog owner who has had multiple dogs...
What does he think he's doing, renting it out?
Jeez. Fucking... We actually did get a dog one time, and, like, the dog's name was originally Taffy.
Uh-huh.
Which we thought that was a stupid fucking name, so we changed it. And, like, not your dog. It's their prerogative if they want to change the name of the dog. So, like, who fucking just, you're the asshole, man. What the fuck? Also, I love how presumptuous this dude is. It's like, strangers with my dog. You literally gave the dog to them. It's theirs now.
Renaming it. Also, people can say renaming a dog is not mistreating a dog. What the fuck?
It's not. It really isn't.
OP, you need to curl your fingers, and you need to get a grip. You need to achieve grip is what you need to do.
White knuckle, please.
Mm-hmm. You're the asshole. Leave these poor people alone. Stop showing up to their house.
Why are you at my house? Give me back my dog.
But what about all his legal papers? Now Willie will most likely have a hard time voting and won't be able to register any vehicle he owns. You're the asshole. Rudy's not gonna start passing bad checks or commit voter fraud. You don't know, Rudy. I've heard some things.
But they took care of it professionally. I'm like, how? By going to the proper authorities and fixing it themselves.
What'll happen to his credit score? That is what made me feel like... Someone said, that is what made me feel like this has to be a joke. It can't be a difficult process to switch the name of a dog, but he's acting like they just found... It can't be a difficult process at all to switch the name of a dog, but he's acting like they just found the last digit of pi. It's okay. Rudy can register under his previous name as an alias, and he can keep enjoying his voting rights, his driving, and his scuba licenses.
Man, Reddit's on one today.
You went to their house after berating them on the phone and social media. You sound like a crazy person.
Yeah.
He puts harassment in quotes. You absolutely were harassing them.
No. Harassment. It's different.
Yeah. Harassment. You were absolutely harassing them by showing up to their house. What the fuck? These strangers are mistreating my dog.
My face hurts.
Oh, this one's funny.
Oh my god. Well,
I think it's time for the lightning round.
let's go on to the lightning round. I don't think we're gonna top that one, right?
Nope. Oh boy.
Oh man. So, let's begin the lightning round, baby.
The lightning round. This is where we go to our unpopular opinion and see the unpopular opinions. Are these opinions unpopular? Do we agree? Do we disagree? Let's find out in the lightning round. Unpopular opinion. BJ's receive far too much screen time in porn. It does nothing for anyone to see a dick being sucked. The focus should be on the foreplay and the penetration. 10-minute long videos that contain 6+ minutes of BJ are ridiculous.
Get over it. Find better porn.
Yeah, there's so much out there, man. You can
find, or you can just fast forward.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Unpopular opinion. As a person diagnosed with several mental illnesses, the push to label crazy as an offensive word is completely stupid. It's not a slur. It's not a medical term being misused. I've never seen or heard a single one of my mentally ill peers get their feelings hurt by it being quote unquote misused. Stop looking for reasons to be offended.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we've already gone too far in terms of demonizing words for no reason.
Yeah, like I see.
It's getting to the point where like any expression that someone is not intelligent is just being demonized automatically, and it's fucking stupid.
You called me the S word. What S word? You called me stupid. Oh, shut up.
Oh boy.
Stop using the I word. What I word? Insane. Wow, that's insane, bro.
Psycho.
God.
Getting angry about the word psycho is pretty retarded.
It's pretty fucking stupid, man.
Unpopular opinion, Toto by Africa is massively overrated.
A little bit.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it makes for a fun meme.
Yeah.
I'm reminded of fucking Brian Griffin throws up, but it's auto-tuned to Africa by Toto.
Yeah.
And when he just starts going, it's just the song.
Unpopular opinion, an anniversary is an annual celebration. Stop saying happy 3 months anniversary because you look and sound dumb.
Yeah.
Kevin, I'd like to congratulate us on our 3-hour anniversary of this podcast. This episode? Yeah, the 3-hour anniversary of this episode.
It's perfect, thank you.
Oh, happy 10-second anniversary of the time I told you happy anniversary for the 3 hours of this podcast.
Yes.
Yep. No, you're right. It's dumb.
It's really stupid.
Anniversary.
Annual. Year. It's in the name.
Unpopular opinion, I always hated Jerry when I was a kid and always rooted for Tom.
I just like it when the funny cat gets bonked. and makes the loud human screaming noise.
Is Jerry problematic, Kevin? Should we cancel Jerry?
Are we really going to cancel a mouse? Are we really going to cancel a mouse from the 1950s?
I mean, they already tried with Speedy Gonzales, so...
God. One of my favorite jokes in Looney Tunes Back in Action is like Speedy Gonzales and Porky Pig at a table in the lunchroom at Warner Brothers Studios, and Porky Pig's like, now they're asking me to get rid of the stutter. It's such a pain being politically correct, and Speedy's like, you're telling me. God.
Unpopular opinion, butterflies are fucking ugly and terrifying. Moths are gorgeous. Is OP a moth?
I think OP's a moth.
Here's a thing. Zoom in. They're both disgusting. They're both fucking bugs. Who cares?
That said, Mothra, pretty cool.
Unpopular opinion, being proud of how early you started drinking is not something to brag about.
It's just a thing.
Yeah.
Like there's me. Oh, I first time I drank was on my 21st birthday. No one cares.
Yeah.
Oh, I started drinking when I was 13. Great to know that you had a horrible, horrible teenage years. A horrible teenage... I need to stop talking. Next one.
Unpopular opinion, every time I purchase a book, the first thing I do is throw away the dust cover.
Why?
I've always been annoyed by dust covers, personally, yeah.
God. I like dust covers, but, like... they can be annoying, I will admit, but I wouldn't throw them away.
I'd put them somewhere. I don't know if I'd have them when I'm reading, though.
Yeah, like, they got nice art on them, typically. So, like, I'd keep the dust... I'd keep the dust cover. I actually have a Japanese manga over here that I bought that has a nice dust cover with, like, color artwork, but underneath is, like, a faded-out pink version of what's on the dust cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I keep dust covers, but, like, I can understand if you don't want it on the book itself. I wouldn't throw it away, though.
Yeah. Bathrooms without... Unpopular opinion, bathrooms without windows are unacceptable.
No?
I believe all bathrooms should come with windows, and it could be considered a health issue otherwise. I don't want to be trapped in a small room full of germs, mildew, mold, and the aroma of someone else's waste. What the fuck?
Air conditioner.
I love top comment. Just wait till you move out and live in an apartment.
Yep. Ooh, boy.
I live in a house and there's a bathroom with no windows here.
Honey, you got a big storm coming. It's like, the fan is there for a reason, okay? Most bathrooms at least have a fan.
Unpopular opinion, staying in a loveless relationship for the sake of the kids is sometimes the best option. Every child psychologist disagrees.
Yeah, no, I disagree strongly.
I'll give you credit, that is an unpopular opinion.
It's a very unpopular opinion. For good reason! It's really better for the kids that their parents are miserable. The fuck?
Yeah. Well, you know what they say, misery loves company.
Not like that, it don't.
Unpopular opinion. I absolutely despise when people sing near me.
Man, bitch, you gotta get over it.
It's not even if they're good or bad at singing. Most of the time it's the latter. It annoys the living fuck out of me. Go and sing somewhere else.
Make like Bennett Foddy and get over it.
Even when people post videos of themselves singing, I can't help but cringe.
Sounds like you're the one who's cringe.
That's good. I like top comment. Someone was booed from karaoke.
Sounds like someone was booed from karaoke.
You need to get laid. Unpopular opinion, Star Wars doesn't have a toxic fan base. 90% of it just sucks.
That's...
Yes, actually.
Well, yes, but actually no. I mean,
I like how Yahtzee phrased it like 10 years ago, before even the Disney buyout, where he's like, Star Wars is known for having a lot of properties with very little actual quality that mostly amounts to like the first 2 movies and maybe KOTOR.
Yeah.
Let's see. Unpopular opinion, movie theaters are an overrated experience, and I don't get why people keep recommending me to see stuff in theaters.
Did you write this one, Zeke?
No, I am not you, BB-8 Knight. Thank you, BB-8 Knight. You and I were kindred spirits. Unpopular opinion, DJs are not musicians, and EDM festivals are not real concerts.
Birds aren't real!
There's like a million of... People are like having a war back and forth because someone was like, cold pizza is better than warm pizza. And someone was like, no, cold pizza isn't better than warm pizza, but it's definitely better than rewarmed pizza. And someone's like, actually, rewarmed pizza is better than cold pizza.
Now, this is the real culture clash.
I think one of my favorite things about our unpopular opinion is when people just start subtweeting each other.
It's great. Like, there's just this string of unpopular opinions that are clearly responses to other unpopular opinions.
Mm-hmm. Especially when they're all on the front page at the same time.
It's great. It's like you get a whole story out of it.
Unpopular opinion, movies are better spoiled.
No.
I think we've talked about that before, how sometimes spoilers can be a benefit.
Yeah, because, like, I've actually... Yeah,
no! Yeah.
It depends. It really does depend. Some movies... Like, again, we have talked about this. Some movies are honestly better if you don't know anything going in.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, again, as you know, Red from Overly Sarcastic Productions said, knowing what's going to happen in a movie going in, being spoiled, effectively makes your first viewing into a second viewing.
Right.
But that said, if the movie's ruined just because you know what's going to happen, does that mean the movie was good to start with?
Yeah. I think our point when we discussed this before, which I would understand if people don't remember that because it was like before, it was like pre-hiatus, I believe.
Yeah.
But I think our point was more that getting spoiled is not the end of the world, and it can make certain things. It can definitely make a first experience better in a different way.
Yeah, it changes the experience, but it doesn't necessarily make it a worse one.
Yeah, I think what we were getting at is that we're not necessarily encouraging you to get spoiled and everything, but we also think it's not the end of the world if you do.
Yeah, like, don't put so much stock into being spoiled. If it happens, yeah, that kind of sucks. And, you know, you can be a little irritated about that, but honestly, I've stopped giving a shit so much about spoilers for shit. Because, like, honestly, if it was going to be a good or a bad movie, I would have found out by the time I watched it anyway.
The only thing is that, like, sometimes, like we said before, that spoilers can make things more interesting as you see how things are built. Knowing things in advance and seeing how they're built up can make it better in the moment. There's some advantages in that, but there's also some disadvantage in that sometimes spoilers out of context sound fucking stupid. And when you don't have the proper context from the build-up to lead into it, it can turn people off of things that are otherwise great.
Yeah, it reminds me of, like, the ongoing meme of, like, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure spoilers, how it's impossible to spoil JoJo because everything sounds ridiculous out of context.
Well, it reminds me more of how a lot of people saw V3 spoiler leaks on 4chan before it came out here, and they wrote it off just from how the leak sounded. When they didn't have the context of how it was built up.
Yeah.
So it ended up feeling a lot worse to them because they didn't have the intended build-up. Because some developments can be perfectly natural or perfectly appropriate, but sound stupid out of context.
Yeah.
So I think for that reason, that's part of why I wouldn't encourage people to get spoiled, but it's not always the worst thing.
Yeah, and context, again, can change something very dramatically. Again, I've brought it up like 3 times on the show, but the I Love Amelia line in ReZero, out of context, it looks really bad. In context, it's actually the opposite of what it looks like.
Yeah. Unpopular opinion, sunflower seeds should be eaten with a spoon, not your hand.
What, are you going to put it in milk too?
I don't eat sunflower seeds, so I don't have an opinion.
You can do that if you want, but I'm just going to use my fingers.
Unpopular opinion, brioche burger buns are the worst thing to ever happen to mankind.
Wow, that's hyperbole if I've ever heard it.
Over the past 5 years or so, brioche burger buns have become widespread, truly terrible, structurally weak, always stale, too sweet. It goes hand in hand with burgers being overly stuffed, but that's another topic entirely.
Sounds like you're just eating really shitty burgers.
Sounds like you're not lightly toasting them.
Yes, toasting definitely helps.
The hyperbole in this sub is equal parts amusing and disturbing.
I mean, yeah.
No,
that's what makes it fun.
I fucking love brioche buns. OP is stupid.
OP is stupid and dumb. And he's stupid and dumb.
Yep. Unpopular opinion, having to scan QR codes at restaurants to read the menu is annoying? Who's doing this?
What restaurant are you going to? What?
Is this a thing?
I don't think this is... I've never seen this happen before.
Who's making you scan QR codes to get the menu? What?
Who's doing that? What?
What? People are acting like this is a normal thing. Who's doing this? Who's doing this? Someone is saying it's just COVID stuff. It's easier and cheaper to have the customers scan a QR code than constantly wipe down the menus. That makes sense. But also, who's doing this?
Who's doing this?
I've never seen this. Is that a thing?
I guess it is.
I guess it's more hygienic, but
maybe
it is weird. It's also incredibly classist and problematic. You knew it was coming. Unpopular opinion, gravy on meatloaf is better than ketchup on meatloaf. I like barbecue sauce.
I like meatloaf. All of these sound good.
So Kevin's answer here is yes.
Yeah.
Just yes to meatloaf. Yeah.
Yep.
Unpopular opinion, leaving someone on red should be totally acceptable. OP is a bad friend.
You're the
Unpopular opinion, nobody cares about your feelings other than you. OP is a bad friend.
OP is a bad friend. Man, 2 in a row!
Unpopular opinion, people who are always use FaceTime are equivalent or annoying as fuck, and unless there's a specific reason, video conferencing adds nothing of value as opposed to just voice calling. OP is a bad friend.
OP is a bad friend.
No, I actually think I kind of agree with that.
That one's kind of fair, yeah.
It's just extra bandwidth for no reason.
Yeah. I'm fine with voice chat. Like, just voice chat is fine.
Yeah, also it lets me pretend that you're a talking lizard, and that's cool.
I get to pretend that you're your anime avatar.
Yeah, see? Everybody wins.
How are you doing today, Kazuna? It is what it is.
It sure is. Unpopular opinion, sliced bread is not the greatest thing.
What?
Every time I hear greatest things in sliced bread, I get mad. Do you like your bread to be dry as fuck? Do you like weak little ass slices? Unsliced bread is far superior. When you want a sandwich or toast, cut off a nice piece that is exactly the thickness you want. Get crazy with it. Luxuriate in bread that stays soft when it's not getting exposed to air all the way through. Unsliced bread.
OP does not close their bread bags.
And so, top comment, but you're still slicing your bread. You do realize that the reason sliced bread is in bags is so it doesn't get dry, right?
Yeah, like, what are you...
OP doesn't understand how plastic bags work. Let's see. Unpopular opinion, child-free weddings are not nearly as fun as regular weddings. OP is whipped. Unpopular opinion, artificial plants are tacky and don't look real enough. I kind of agree.
Yeah, that's true. I agree.
Yep. Yeah. Unpopular opinion, it is incredibly rude to not keep a plunger in your guest or communal bathroom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
If that shit gets clogged, then, yeah, you're gonna want to have that taken care of as soon as possible. Keep a plunger nearby.
Unpopular opinion, Almond Joys aren't that bad. Yes, but Mounds are better.
Yes, I will agree here. You there? Okay.
Yeah. Unpopular opinion, having a job you hate but earn a good or decent living from is better than living your dream job and not making enough money to live at all. Did the guy from the Aita, like, an hour and a half ago write this?
He might have. Yep.
Unpopular opinion, I hate videos where everyday objects are cut open and revealed to be cakes.
I don't know, I think those are kind of fun.
OP is late to the party.
OP is late.
Yep. Unpopular opinion, ads are part of the cinema experience.
You mean
like the pre-roll ads?
I do like actually watching the trailers before the movie, to be fair. Yeah.
You're just whipped is what you are.
Look, I like to see what's coming out soon. I like to see the trailers. Sometimes it's the only time I'll actually have to actually watch a trailer because I don't go out of my way to watch trailers a lot of the time.
Yeah. Okay, that one's long. Fuck that one. Unpopular opinion, salty sweet combos are gross. OP is gross.
It depends on the combo. Like, I'm not a fan of salted caramel myself, personally.
Kevin, you fiend.
Guilty as charged.
I love salted I like salted caramel.
It's not my thing.
Do you like chocolate-covered pretzels?
I love chocolate-covered pretzels.
Well, that's a sweet salty combo.
I don't know. I think it's the breadiness of the pretzel that makes that work. Like it's got kind of a savory component to it as well.
Man, those really are the two things, huh? I can't think of a third example.
It's the things.
I can't think of a third example right now. Unpopular opinion, I love...
Blueberries and pickles.
Unpopular opinion, I love Kenny G's music. Kenny G is the original G.
The OG.
Yeah, I love some Kenny G. I had Kenny G on CD when I was a kid, and I loved it.
I had Kenny G tapes. Loved them.
Yeah. Look at this poor loser having tapes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I made myself sad.
Unpopular opinion, you can't truly dislike someone for no reason. I feel like the majority of people that dislike someone and say they don't know why I hate them are lying. I haven't hated many people in my life so far, even ones that hurt me. Why would you hate someone who has done nothing to you or your friends?
Look, sometimes you just look at somebody and you're like, I don't like the vibe I get off of you.
Yeah.
Some people are just like that. Like, you just don't like the vibes.
Yeah. I think they're correct, but the thing is, there's a difference between having no reason and just not being able to articulate your reasons.
Yeah.
Like, I think they're correct in saying you can't dislike someone for no reason. I think everyone has reasons. They just don't. They either don't know how to articulate them, or they acknowledge that the reasons are petty enough that they don't feel comfortable articulating them.
Yeah.
But it's not that there's no reason.
Yeah.
There's always a reason. Unpopular opinion, alcohol should be illegal. It is only legal because it's been around for thousands of years. If it had been discovered as recently as a lot of other drugs, it would be illegal.
I'm getting drunk tonight just to spite OP.
He's right, though.
Still gonna drink tonight despite OP.
Okay. Well, we've already established that Kevin makes bad decisions, and that's just how it is.
I'm a functioning alcoholic. I'm not an alcoholic.
You know who feels the need to clarify that?
Alcoholics.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We'll make you the judge of that one.
Yep. Welcome to the bakagaijinshow. Judge us at your leisure. Oh, this is an interesting one. Oh, it's long, but it's interesting. But it's long.
You know what? Go for it.
Okay. Unpopular opinion, stay-at-home parent is a real job, which means it should be subject to real criticism. Recently, I was given the opportunity to take an extended absence from work, several months without financial penalty. My wife and I decided it would make sense for me to take advantage of the time and be a stay-at-home parent to take care of our child, saving us money on daycare. I was a bit worried because I had heard so many horror stories about how difficult it was to be a stay-at-home parent. Every stay-at-home parent, they keep writing SAP, which is funny to me.
Every sap.
I'm going to say that because it's funny. Every sap in our age range, late 20s and 30s, late 20s and late 30s? Huh. That's weird. Knew we complained constantly about how they never had time to do anything, were unable to keep up with basic chores, were burnt out and exhausted, etc. And I agreed anyway because I was looking forward to spending so much time with my child. Well, after actually doing the job, I can now say I firmly believe many of those people complaining are just lazy. I grew up with a sap and saw how seriously she took it, so I went into it ready for a difficult job. I worked hard at being a sap. I had plans and goals for every... It does make it better.
It does.
I had plans and goals for every day, kept my kid on a schedule. Guess what? I never had problems keeping up with our household duties or parental duties. I did 90% of the laundry, grocery shopping, cooking, cleaning, errands, scheduling, etc. for me, my wife, and our kid, and I rarely found it hard to keep up with everything. I had plenty of time every day to play with our child, do developmental learning work, take her on walks to the park. Some days were tough, but never more so than a hard day at any other job. And on top of all that, I never stopped exercising, doing my hobbies, or having a social life. If anything, my time for those activities went up. After thinking about it, I realized the difference between myself and other saps was I actually considered it a job. I prioritized and held myself accountable while they just made excuses. I would listen to them complain about having no time to do basic household chores and being so busy while they're sleeping in and wasting half the day on Netflix or shopping. They say they don't have time to do educational things with their kids or cook with their spouse or but they binge reality TV and spend hours on boozy brunches every other day. Really, what these people want is to be trophy husbands or trophy wives, not equal partners with their working spouse. Unfortunately, our society has this idea that saps are all martyrs and above criticism. I have seen so many articles about how being a sap is equivalent to 2 or more jobs because they're so unappreciated, and how you should never criticize a sap. Because of this, many people are afraid to call out their significant others or hold them to any kind of standards. And that really sucks because it delegitimizes being a sap and makes society look down on it when it should be treated like any other job. I think we need to treat being a sap like any other job, and if that means calling out those who suck at it. And there's some edits. Edit 1. Since I keep seeing this in the comments, my child is about a year old. She's fairly well behaved, but has tantrums and can be difficult like any other child. But after the first couple weeks of figuring it out, these episodes were really not hard to deal with. You just need patience. Edit 2. To answer another question about hobbies, exercise, and social life, my wife works 4 shifts a week, 10 to 12 hours. I woke up at 5 a.m. every day to exercise before she or the baby are awake. This meant sometimes going to the gym where I do martial arts for the super early class and being home by 7:30 before my wife left for work. Sometimes this meant being working out at home or going for a run, but overall I was very consistent. As for other hobbies, I finished a couple books, finished a few shows, I wrote some stuff, I cooked a lot, I golfed, I worked on the house, sorry. I fit these things in where I could while she was napping or playing. After she went to bed for the night on weekends where my wife would watch her for a few hours, it really wasn't that difficult to figure out. I just had plans for what I was going to do. Similarly, my social life was pretty full as I saw my family and friends regularly during this time. If my wife was at work, I took my daughter with me to people's houses for lunch or a visit, and they came to me, usually twice a week. Our weekends are pretty open because I had done almost all the chores during the week, so I usually had at least one day, sometimes 2 each week, where we saw friends as a couple, dinner, game nights, etc. Edit 3. I am in no way trying to say that parents with multiple kids or kids with developmental or behavioral issues, personal disabilities, etc. should be able to do everything that I did. If you're doing everything you can given your situation, then you're doing a great job. What I'm saying here is that there are saps who are taking advantage of their situation and not putting in the work, and I don't think it's wrong to criticize these people. Every job has traits that are required to be successful at it. Being a sap requires a ton of self-discipline, organization, patience, internal motivation, personal accountability, and some people don't have these things. If you don't, you need structure and supervision to be successful, and there's nothing wrong with that. You just shouldn't be a sap, or you should recognize your shortcomings and strive to better them.
OP makes a lot of really good points.
Yeah. I think they're onto something.
I think we got something here.
Yeah.
I really do.
I think the culture of not being able to criticize stay-at-home parents does kind of delegitimize stay-at-home parents in practice. And
it just furthers a culture where stay-at-home parents don't actually do the work required of actually being a stay-at-home parent.
Yeah, I think I think if we're going to say it's a real job, then yes, it should be subject to real criticism and have real standards. And I do, and obviously I've never done it myself, but I do agree with him that in most cases, I don't think it's quite as bad as people make it out to be. I think what it is that there's most people, they need that structure, and it's kind of the same thing when, and I'm sure people can relate to this because everyone's been doing stuff at home lately, but like when I started doing classes at home online, that takes more discipline than doing classes at a campus, because it's how your brain works. When you go to a place where work is to be done, it's easier to stay focused on like work and do stuff that needs to be done. When you're at home and there's more distractions, and it's easier to just lay on the couch and scroll on your phone for a while and just not immediately get to things that need to be done. Yeah. It's harder to prioritize your time that way. And I think stay-at-home parents are kind of the same deal as online classes, where like it just requires more discipline to structure your life and get things done that way. But like it can be done, and I think in a lot of cases, there are obviously like special cases, because every kid's different, and some people have multiple kids or whatever, so not everyone's going to have it as good as this guy. But like, I don't think it's like the death sentence that like it has the reputation of being.
Yeah, I agree. It's really down to your own personal drive and commitment. You need to have the drive. You need to have the right perspective. You need to be able to prioritize. And I think a lot of stay-at-home parents have trouble doing that because they don't view it as, a job. And let's be real here. Being a parent is a job.
Yeah.
It is something you willingly sign up for.
Yeah.
And if you're not willing to take the responsibilities of that job, then that's your own fault.
Yeah.
I think OP's actually got the right. I think OP's got the right mindset for it, treating it like the job that it is. Yeah, you are raising a child, and that whole thing, but being a parent is hard work. It is a lot of labor.
Yeah, a lot of people are in the comments are giving him shit for this, but I think he makes a lot of good points.
I do too.
But that's to be expected. It is, after all, an unpopular opinion.
Yeah, but just because it's an unpopular opinion doesn't mean he makes some really, really good points.
Yeah, there's a lot of projection and a lot of just a lot of projection.
Yeah,
a lot of projection and a lot of probably the same people he's talking about coming in and be like, well, I was a stay-at-home parent and it was miserable and awful and yada yada yada. And I'm like, well, I think you might be the exact kind of person he's talking about.
You might be.
You might resemble that remark a little.
You might want to prioritize a little bit better.
Oh, this is one we're going to have strong opinions on. The unpopular opinion, the film industry needs to focus on increasing frame rate over pixel count.
No, the fuck they don't! Knock it the fuck off! Frame rate has no effect on movies! Frame rate is a video game thing, because more frames equals more input time, meaning less time between input and actual gameplay. Frame rate does not mean shit for fucking movies. Knock it off. You're stupid, OP.
Yeah, I was gonna stop at that one, but then I saw that I was like, yeah, I want to get that one in there. So no, they're wrong. All right, so that's cool.
I think that'll do it.
Good note, yeah, good note to end on. What more appropriate way to end an episode of the Bakagaijin show than yelling at someone about frame rates and pixel counts? There is no better way.
There is no better way.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for listening to the Bakagaijin show. Make sure you like and comment and subscribe for future episodes of the Bakagaijin show. You can write us in to be a part of the show at bakagaijinshow@gmail.com. You can join our Discord server in the link provided below. You can follow us on Twitter at ZeekFreak and at CCharmanderK. Thank you for listening. Ciao, ciao for now.